was feeling lonely, Stan was feeling sad. He'd never feel a love as real as he and Wendy had. So Stan asked his pal Jimmy, a sentimental lad, to help convey to Wendy all the ways she made him glad. But Stan forgot to factor in how bad that it would seem if Jimmy stutter made an utter fool of him. Oh, Wendy! Wendy! Stan says you're a cunt, continual sus source of inspiration. Oh, Wendy! Wendy! Stan says you're looking bad, too hatingly attracted to him. Oh, Jimmy only wanted to lend a helping hand. His heart had good intentions, but his mouth had other plans. I can't say I blame Wendy for leaving when she had, 'cause hearing Jimmy stutter is enough to drive you mad. But there's no point in worrying about things he can't control. If she don't like his stammer, she can cram it in a hole. Oh, Jimmy! He's just a little bit shy, but always there for his mates. So Jimmy, he is a objectively an exceptional bloke. Stan says you're a cunt, continual source of inspiration. Oh, Jimmy! He is an objectively an exceptional bloke.
Welcome to Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, Mike.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. How are you doing?
Super stoked to do you today to talk about some UK stuff.
I love the UK. I does.
We have some gentlemen on. We have the Boo Foons. Boo Foon Dan, welcome to the show.
Hello.
And Steve.
Good afternoon, or good evening.
All I do is win, no matter what.
Just interrupting Steve. He's trying to say hi to us and stuff.
Steve is here. That's Dan. There's Steve.
I gotta remember what button's who. So yeah, we wanted to bring you guys on for the live stream. We heard about there's some tumultuous things
Mike,
going on.
The world is on fire.
Is it?
The world is on fire.
The whole world.
That's what the news is telling me.
Oh, is it?
There's a bunch of crazy things happening over across jolly old England.
And it's important for us to get to the bottom of it. Not only for us, but for you.
We have to find out what's really going on.
Because I don't know.
You can't trust the media.
We can't.
You can't trust the media. We have to get down to the bottom of it.
Boots on the ground.
What do you guys wear? Not boots. You guys don't wear boots. What do you guys wear?
Zapatos.
I think like pointy shoes, leather ones.
I actually wear Skechers or trainers, to be fair.
American shoes, the best shoes.
Comfy shoes.
Yeah.
Best shoes you can get.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish this was a debate about shoes, but it's not, Mike.
Not today.
No, there's a lot of crazy things happening. People like to pokey.
Yep.
Super hard, Mike.
Pokes and jabs.
Chokes and pokes, Mike.
Chokes and pokes.
Chokes and pokes are happening.
Yeah, so we just wanted to get some insight from you guys.
Allegedly.
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 We just wanted to get some insight from you guys. Jeremy's got some questions in front of him, but what's going on in the UK?
In
Well.
general, or
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, what's the
going
weather
on?
like?
Yeah, how are you guys doing?
What's the temperature?
well,
Hot.
where I am, it's quite warm, very warm today.
Yeah, but I think the world is burning and it starts here.
Everything.
Not in the Middle East.
That's what it
It's
feels
here in
like.
the UK.
I've always said the cradle of civilization is Britannia.
You've always
You
said
know, the
that
Middle East seems,
for years.
sorry, I was going to say the Middle East seems more stable than we do at the moment, so it's saying something.
And we did do the whole episode where we actually visited the Garden of Eden, which is in the UK apparently.
And the Boo Foons, Dan and Steve, you all have a podcast that you do. We have stolen said podcast before, but Dan, would tell us about your show.
So primarily we're a paranormal podcast where our main episodes come out every Wednesday where we're talking about something weird or wonderful. Could be ghosts, could be aliens, could be a cryptid, could be a piece of folklore. And Steve and I sit and chat about it and it ends up sounding like two random old men in a pub going, look at this thing that I just saw outside somewhere. Not in that voice, of course. And then we've got a Saturday show, which is us talking about whatever we feel like. So our Saturday shows are a bit more fun of just, what are we talking about today? And we just ramble on about something. So the episode that's gone out today is all about food.
Oh,
Food.
food. Interesting.
yeah.
Like British food or
We were
Oh,
just talking
chicken
about our
tikka
favourite
masala.
foods, and
buttered chicken?
I can't tell you because I fell asleep listening to it 3 times, so I can't tell you what food we were talking about.
and that's the quality of the podcast. It puts you to
Yep.
sleep.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well,
It's got me off my medication. That's the main thing. I don't take my medication anymore. I just listen to my podcast.
You know
That's
what?
gets me to sleep.
I think that's a good choice. I think medication is overrated.
Yep.
absolutely.
You should just stick to your gut feeling, intuition. More
I think our
cabbage.
podcast is really good to go to sleep to, and yours is really good to wake up to.
Oh, I like that. A surprise in the morning. Michael and Jeremy in the morning. You think we should try that
that-
angle?
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Michael and Jeremy in the morning. Bim, bim, bim.
All right, Mike.
my
wait,
For
can
You
we?
page for on TikTok for a period of time was, is it Brook and Jubal on some form of?
Oh, they're
Oh, yeah.
in Seattle.
Radio show
They're
Yeah.
they're broke up now.
It's also
Yeah.
a super
Yeah.
fake. Everything that they do is fake.
Yeah, they pay for skits, for second date updates. They pay for their skits and stuff. We're the real deal, Mike.
That's right.
If we were gonna do a morning zoo radio show, what would it sound like?
Welcome back to Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast. We're here at a lovely 9 a.m. morning, and the dew is clearing.
I heard this super funny story about a squirrel that was ski boating across a pool today, Mike.
Oh, fuck that squirrel.
Oh, I hope that squirrel drowns and dies. Maybe,
yeah, just
maybe
like
that's
that.
the route, Mike.
I think
maybe
so.
we have to do morning radio.
Yeah,
Take the cameras
probably.
out. Get rid of the cameras.
Yeah.
Get back to.
Well, this is an important thing. This is going out live, and we're taking calls. The phone number works.
And if you want to call in anonymously. I know there's Dan, Steve. There's some rules going on over there in England where you can't really post and talk about what you want to talk about.
Yeah, it's rough.
Correct?
People don't necessarily want to have their name attached with some of the concerns that they have.
So I think in some ways, interesting. I was talking to Steve about this the other day. I was in a conversation with some police officers that do educational talks and that. And I was talking to them about arrests with things that go online. And is it actually true what the newspapers say of, if I go on to the social media and post something, will I get arrested? And they said that what actually tends to happen here is the arrests made for things put online. They tend to be an alert of a red flag of, oh no, this person might be following views or, something not quite that we want to do here that could lead to crime. Maybe it's related to things that you can smoke or ingest in other interesting ways. Or maybe it's linked to more serious things. And then what they do, they then look at your social media account. And in the area that I live in and these police officers work in, they said that over the last year, so 2025, 90% of the arrests that they made based on online stuff actually led to criminal charges, either linked to the things that you smoke or ingest or linking to other organized crime.
Dan, there's this thing so are you, I hear this chant, something that I note about Europeans is they're very catchy with their slogans and their chants.
Stop boofing schmegma. Stop boofing schmegma.
I was thinking more of there's this song we have over here, Mike, you might know it. It's Seven Nation Army.
Yeah.
By Jack White.
Yeah.
Right. So they use
great music video.
Yeah.
I love the creativity behind having all those drums. There's a lot of drums to get for the music video.
They have this phrase they say, and I don't know exactly what, as an American, I'm not quite sure what it means, but they say Keir Starmer is a wanker.
Yeah, well, luckily
Break
I've
that
got
down
my
for us.
England top on tonight, so Keir Starmer's
The wanker.
Yeah,
And the only person who denies that is Keir Starmer. But everybody
he
else,
loves
I
that
think,
song.
Pretty much agrees.
It's his
Can I
favorite
just- can I
song.
just say, what Dan was saying about the police and investigations, I was talking to a colleague at work whose son is a policeman, and he's had to arrest people because somebody has called somebody fat. They had to go around, they had to arrest a family member for calling his brother fat. His brother complained to the police. The police had to come around and arrest and charge. And he's now got a criminal record, even though it's a non-criminal hate crime. He's still now got a record that he has a non-criminal hate crime on his name, which could affect his employment for calling his brother fat.
Well, Steve.
So if somebody
Steve,
disagrees with what you say, they report you, and now the police will come.
It's important to know, though, Steve. Was he in fact fat?
Yeah, we all need to know.
Was he fat?
What
You
has
can't
happened?
say that though. If you say yes, that's it. They'll come round. If you
But it sounds like he was becoming round.
Ooh, camera. There we
no,
go.
didn't know that detail, but yeah. So I think with the police here, it is if somebody complains. If nobody complains, you're okay. But if somebody takes, umbrage of what you said, they're around knocking on the door.
Now, as an
Or
American,
taking you off your airplanes, which I've seen that where people have been on their airplane just about to go off to holiday to Spain, and 6 armed policemen turn up to escort them off the plane because of a tweet.
Oh, I've seen you've been a bit cheeky on the internet. Time to come with us.
Yep. Does seem to be that way still.
I heard you made a post that you don't like how colonized they've become. You do, you don't?
So,
Yep.
well, this is the thing. We have questions.
Lay it down, Mike.
A whole list that I can't access because I have to leave Discord up.
Josh, you want to ask the questions? Josh has them accessible.
Well, I did
you want
download
me
the
to-
PDF,
you want me to
so
go?
hold on.
Well, there's a lot of tumultuous things going on. Like, how do we get to the beginning of this, right? So, in America, we're starting to see it blow up, and obviously it's media. So it's going to be broadcasted in a certain light. But we're seeing protests where people are carrying the Union Jack, or please correct me if I'm wrong, it's the St. George cross.
Ross, yeah.
Yeah, they're out there displaying flags, which is a very American thing to do. I didn't even know it was taboo over there to
Well, it didn't
wave
used to be.
your flag.
The only
didn't-
reason it. Oh, sorry, Steve.
Yeah, it's only been in the last couple of years where it's been an issue.
What is
Because
the
of
issue?
complaints.
It's your country. It's your symbols. What's
It's
the
an
issue?
because certain people find it offensive because it isn't their religion, and it isn't. They see certain people see the cross of St. George as a religious sign. It's the cross of St. George, and they don't like it.
Who
it's
was
a
St.
religious
George?
icon. And some people are very set in their ways that they don't want to, they see it as an offense. They also see it as being persecution, and they've claimed that as well. So it's about defending the people who feel persecuted.
That's so fascinating. Oh, please, Dan, continue.
It was also taken over by a few extremist groups who started stringing them up everywhere, mainly around areas where there were a lot of immigrants, to sort of make a point of this is our country. And a few of those groups did start protesting, waving the flag around, and were saying things that weren't that savory. And a lot of people did get upset, and unfortunately certain groups of people who were on the other side of the fence started going, this is wrong, how dare you wave this flag. But those people that were complaining were waving flags of other countries and randomly coloured flags, which I've had to Google what the meanings are because they don't link to a country, and shouting
I've just dyed this flag
things.
purple. It's my purple flag.
It sounds more like you had they were hanging up these LGBTQ flags, these new ones invented in America, and they started flying those around.
I was going to say, somebody's making a lot of money because they have to buy a new flag every week.
Right.
With a new pattern added to it.
stripe.
So someone's making a lot of money from that.
Flag sales are up. It's time to celebrate. Jeremy, what new flag ideas do you have for this week?
I think we should add another green stripe, Mike.
I love it.
For the Irish people.
They've been
oppressed for too long. I think it should be lesbian, gay, trans, Irish.
They need representation, the Irish.
I always wondered what the I in LGBTQI stood for. Now I know.
It's for Irish.
Well, to them it stands for freedom.
All right. So moving on.
I just wanted to say, Oxford Council has just put in a. They've just got to get this right here. They've gone to the High Court to ask for an injunction to ban Union flags and St George's flags from being put up in public places like streets, on lampposts, anything like that, but only the St George's flag and the Union flag. So they're looking at fines and potential, if they can, prison sentences for anybody who puts a flag up. So
what's the
again,
purpose?
it's only talking because the flags cause they're saying intimidation, distress, and they're also claiming safety risks as well. But every other flag will be okay. It's just the Union flag or the British, the St George's Cross.
So did you see Norfolk County Council and what they did? So Norfolk County Council at the last local elections, they've sort of had reform come in as leadership and majority, and they've actually put the Union flag and the flag of Norfolk as a county up on the city council building. And all the left-wing people that are within Norwich started making complaints of how dare they take down the flags that were up there and put up the Union flag. And they basically got told, well, it's a public building of the country and it's the flag of the country. Your problem is invalid. And if you've got a problem, go to the country of the flag that you want to look at. So, and then that's caused more upset, which then means that in all the newspapers in that area, it's this whole thing of, how dare this person? Then somebody will write a letter in and go, well, I agree that they should have it up. And then there'll be another letter that goes, I don't think so. I think it's racist to put the flag of our country up on there. And then somebody else will do, and so on and so forth. I think, to be fair, a lot of it is the media pushing this for sales of the newspaper.
Well, I mean, as an American, we have a group.
We love our flags,
but we do have a group of people in this country who, when they see the flag, they get a bunch of negative thoughts in their head. They automatically feel unsafe, or I feel icky about seeing this flag being flown. This country's history and certain policies that have happened. How can you represent the flag? And then there's this majority, and I think it's the majority in most countries. We have this kind of, it doesn't really matter who's in office. At the end of the day, we love this country. This is our flag. So the idea to make it law that you can't,
Is it a law though?
or if you make
They're
it,
looking to make it a law.
but it's
With
socially
two
unacceptable.
2 years imprisonment for putting it up and unlimited fines.
Your own flag in your own country.
Your own flag.
to represent
Yep.
the glory of Great Britain and all she has to offer. You can't celebrate it because you're gonna make somebody who is just kind of there upset.
I
Some-
will
some
say
people-
the Oxfordshire thing that Steve is talking about is mainly about, so there's been a lot of protesters who have started putting all the Union flags and St George's crosses on lampposts. So they are climbing ladders and things to get up there, and some of them have fallen down onto cars and stuff. So it's the ones that they're actually going to the High Court for are the people that hang them on public property, such as lampposts and things. So you
But
if
the
you
trouble
have
there,
it in your
Dan,
own
is
house, you'll still be able
they
to
are
have it.
they are saying though the Union flag and the George's Cross, not any other flags. That's the issue.
So if you
So
climb
it's
up,
Not
you
flags,
climb up a pole.
It's just the one type of flag.
It's a public lamppost, and you go crawl up it, and you put a certain flag that's not one of those two flags. They say, "Wow, this is
fine.
beautiful. Express yourself." But if you throw up your country's flag, all of a sudden
Because
now
you're intimidating people.
it's colonization in
All
your
right.
own country.
So here's something I'd like to say, Jeremy. So this is a perfect opportunity for us to go over there with American flags
Absolutely,
and plant them into the ground. And we all know, Jeremy,
Like
that once you've
trees.
planted,
like Johnny Appleseed.
once you've actually planted your country's flag in the soil, it becomes yours.
But I think I don't.
You're I was going to say, you guys are lucky. You've got the General Lee flag. You can put that up, and people know what it. People have that feeling about that because it's not your national flag.
Well, certain people
But if
put
you're
it up.
not-
So, I mean, there's a certain demographic of people that put that flag up.
I do find that it's funny you called it the General Lee, which is from our entertainment when it's the Confederate flag.
Confederate. It's a General Lee. It's number, what's it, 01, isn't it? That's the one?
The General Lee is, but actually, and it does represent how the Confederate
Confederate
did against the Union. They did go 0-1 with the Union.
They'll get them next time, Jeremy.
They're trying.
There's always
Mike.
next season.
Those damn lefties. They're trying to bring the Confederacy back, Mike. It's happening.
Oh, all right. So let me get a thing. I can only do this when it's
Yeah.
on me or Jeremy's face.
So we do have to we
Cost
we
of
wanted-
living.
Well, we wanted to set this up as a right debate, right?
Yeah.
The whole idea was to make this a debate. Unfortunately, your
A correct debate?
opponents did not show up. They said they would tune in, but they did not show up. We were hoping to put you guys on one side against somebody else. So now we just need to throw questions out to you, and hopefully people can call in with their opposition.
And Jeremy,
Can we
where?
get the phone line going?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, throw
let's-
that number up. We've got a number to call, and if you want to stay anonymous because of your dystopian laws where you go to jail for speaking your opinions, you can just call in,
Call on the show.
call the number, and when they ask you your name, say anonymous or just come up with a name, whatever you want, and you can call in and ask
Yeah,
these
it's a
guys.
Google Voice number. So if you accidentally say your name, Google Voice is going to be like, Jeffrey Smith is calling. It'd be like, I'd like to remain anonymous.
It's too late. It's too late. You already gave yourself up.
Come up with fun names. Stink McFartbutts would be fun.
So we want people to call in, and hopefully me and Mike, the idea was that we would stay neutral and let you guys kind of tackle any opposing views that come in during our conversation.
Why are all the prices going up in the UK, Dan and Steve?
Oil mainly,
Profit.
taxes, greedy businesses.
How is it any
Really
different
cost of
now
living
than it's been
disrespect.
for the last 50 years?
I don't. It just seems like any excuse at the moment because national insurance payments. So national insurance is a way that the government takes more money from you, on top of tax to pay for things like the health service and pensions and disability benefits, all sorts of other benefits that they can pay out. So you take out taxes and you take out national insurance. They've raised the cost of national insurance, or the price of national insurance the employer has to pay to bring a lot more money. But the result is the knock on the companies are that it's the cost of everything is shot up because of that. So everybody is costing more to hire. It doesn't necessarily come from your salary as such, because it has to come from the company that's paying. So the company pays a tax, which is basically national insurance, to the government. You also pay national insurance out of your salary as well, plus a tax. So there's so much money going out back to the government, because obviously you've got a lot of housing and and other benefits to pay, because we've suddenly got a lot of people in the country who aren't allowed to work, and they're all got to be housed in houses and hotels and guest houses. So everything has gone up. You can't really, hotel prices have shot up. Houses, there's a shortage of houses because they've just been filled with people who have just come into the country who don't have a right to work, and it's all paid for.
I have a question about the hotels.
There's so much going out.
So this is immigrants, right? It's a large rush of immigration to your country.
Well,
and
we have to
in the short space of time.
We have to specify, Mike, because words are meaningful, right?
Words can hurt.
Well, so we have a tendency, certain parties, certain people like to change words, so it changes your perception of the word. Is it immigration? Are they migrants? Legally by law in our country, we call them aliens. What is it legal migration, or is there something else going on?
Are these people coming in and they're checking all the boxes and they're passing your weird quizzes and they're gaining citizenship?
Right. Usually, because in the past, we would, before all of this is actually very new for us in the U.S. You go, I would like to live in the United States. We look at your paperwork. We go, oh, you work a good job. You have a business. You'd like to open a business. You'd like to hire people. Yes, come to our country. You're a net benefit. And then now it's kind of, well, your country sucks. Your country's poor. We'll bring in all of your destitute because your country doesn't have value to your life, but we can do it for you. Like, what's the distinction when you say migrants, immigrants?
So we have three separate terms that are used. So we've got migrants, who are those that are moving into the country for work or, other legitimate reasons. So they're the ones that filled out the paperwork. Then we've got asylum seekers. They're the people who are coming in from other countries that are most likely at war. And therefore are fleeing death or persecution.
Yeah, I hear there's a lot of that going on over there.
And then the third term is the illegal immigrants, which are the ones coming over in dinghies and the back of lorries that are sitting in France, and they're jumping in the backs of them to come over. So they're the three terms that we use. So illegal immigrants, or shortened illegals, are the ones that are sort of in the media quite a lot. They're the ones that people tend to be talking about, because however, with the ones that are doing work, it's just come out this week that there's been exposés where some of the migrants are now having paperwork signed by businesses that are not legitimate businesses in order to come over.
Are they childcare services?
Similar to your Somali childcare services. I saw one where there was a sweet shop, an American sweet shop, funny enough, selling world foods, that said that they needed, and they were signing documents to say that it was a medical center or a garage or something that needed engineers or whatever, and they were signing this paperwork for the visas to get these people over to work legally. But then when they've traced it back, it's and this little tiny corner shop in the middle of a village or a city, which has just gone, yep, this person is fine.
Well, it sounds like fraud.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It just sounds like fraud.
The BBC, the BBC have just done. I think it's the BBC that they uncovered, which is surprising, that the fact there's a lot of immigrants are coming over and they're being told, the illegals are being told to say that they're gay or they're bisexual, because obviously that's
why are you gay?
They're not. They've got multiple wives, but we'll take them in. We'll take them in, and that automatically gives them, the rights to stay. Whereas we know people who are legal immigration. They've come through legally, and they've been trying for 10 years to pass the exams, and the money they have to pay to become a British citizen, they have to pay so much money, and the test to actually become British is almost impossible, because I know that a load of British people sat down and they couldn't answer any of the questions right. So it's almost impossible to come in legally these days. So, but if you jump on a boat, come over, claim you're gay, you can. That's it. You get a house, mobile phone, money.
What if the UK goes, prove it?
Yeah,
Show me.
like they. I saw that guy on Kill Tony. Like one of the contestants was like, I think he was Ukrainian, and you have to serve in the military. And there's one way to get out of it where you have to actually shoot a video, and blowjobs do not count.
Right? They're like, anyone can do that. You have to bend over.
Yeah.
I mean, that
would definitely make it easier. Yeah.
But what is
they
that?
should have Louis
though?
Spence standing there and going, "Oh, come and dance with me." You know, just get Louis Spence standing there. That would be enough to turn most of them
Well,
away.
Dan, you just got your stamp. You're welcome into America after that
Honey,
performance.
I gotta make a really weird AI video, okay? Do not judge me.
I just need to shave your head for one video, babe. Please. No, trust me, it's flesh colored.
Yeah.
So what is that behind this? That's what I find so interesting is you're saying you're saying that if they claim that they're gay, then they get the asylum, even though we all know like asylum laws kind of work, you know, like the next friendliest country, you're not supposed to be able to just leap over a bunch of countries to end up in mine that gives you a bunch of benefits. Like you're just supposed to go to the next safest, right? Why do you think that claiming a sexuality, and this is how I view it too, right? Is like,
Right.
So if you're a guy who's attracted to men, you're just a guy who's attracted to men. You're a man who actually engages in the act. That's what makes you the thing, right? You engage in the
But
act.
I
it
still
makes
don't
you the thing.
understand how just
Why does
who
that give you immunity?
Who you like to kiss
Yeah,
is somehow
like,
a thing that paperwork cares about.
They're just over here trying to choke and poke, and they don't. Like, why does that give you immunity? Because you choke and poke.
Because-
why does that make you more valuable than somebody else?
Well, everybody knows that if you know that's your preference. If that's the way you are, and you're in an Islamic country, you're pretty much going to be sentenced to death. But that's why what gets me is why you have then got the pride celebrations, you know, gay, you know, what is it, queers for Palestine and stuff like that. It's like
Queers
we
love
know
Palestine.
this is why people
Famously.
Famously,
Supported
it's
all
over
the
here.
way.
It's a big thing over here. It's a big thing over here.
Is. Like
They call
you'll see
themselves
the
queers for Palestine.
flag. Yeah.
But and
all
how
those,
and they're not
protests.
there though. they're doing it in another
No.
country.
Yeah.
That's it. And if they were there, they'd be flying off buildings, I'm sure.
I just want to fly.
So okay.
I want to know. I want to get down to the bottom of why they go. They say we don't like this group of people. This group of people likes us. They're supporting us through war and action. I feel unsafe in my country now. I'm going to go to the country and say I'm in fear for my life, but also I'll kill each and every one of you.
Yeah.
Well, I saw there was a thing I saw, and I think it was YouTube, and there was a guy that went around Birmingham interviewing people and asking them these questions. And when I say people, I do mean Muslims and Islamists, and
You
people
are
who
gay.
had come from those.
That's North African, Mike. West African. My apologies.
Should I call you Mister?
It's one of the funniest things.
yes.
Plug that in post. Plug that video in.
Here it is.
But they were going around interviewing these people, asking them, you know, what, and it was about just the simple thing of why do you vote left wing? Why do you vote Green Party? Why do you vote Labour? And most of them that they interviewed, and I can find you the name of the creator and send it to you after this. But they were all saying, well, the left care about people. The left are very emotional. Therefore, if we tell the left we need help, they will fight for us. They will help us get our friends and family in. They are the ones that will do all of these things. They will give us money so we don't have to work. That is why we vote for them. And then
they get elected.
Going, but some of those people have views against you. Like some of these parties support things that are against being a Muslim and being a good Muslim, and some of the ideals in your communities, in your Islamic states. And then they're going, well, yes, because we will be the people that are in charge. They're going, we don't care. We will be in charge then. So essentially, when he's going around just Birmingham and asking questions there, the views in Birmingham of these groups of people are that if they vote left wing, they are going to end up taking over the country.
Wow.
And of course, we've seen what that's left wing. The support from the left gave Islam, Islamist extremists. It gave them Iran. It gave them Afghanistan. These are, Christian countries became, Islamic states where people could be killed and stoned to death for whatever they want. But that's because the left supported them. And then as soon as they came in, took power, the left were the first to die. So historically, this is how Islam does it. Again, we're talking extremists here. We're not talking about normal Muslims, because I've got, lifelong friends who are Muslim who would never imposed anything on anyone else. And matter of fact, their parents left Pakistan to get away from this.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I would 100% agree
they're
with
worried
you,
about
Steve.
that themselves.
There is a thing. It's similar here. People try to go on this train of they go, well, I'm anti-Muslim. Well, that's not the right train, right?
Yeah.
You're anti-Islamic extremist. Just like we've been
I'm
fed,
anti-Christian extremist.
right? For decades, we've been fed this idea that Christian extremists are around every corner. Ooh, these guys with lobster hands and flippers are gonna stop you from getting an abortion.
We'll get you.
Like, we've had this propaganda in our country for so long, but there are groups of people who are Islamic extremists who are Muslims can be peaceful. They're loving, great people. They go, hey, come in, take your shoes off. I'll cook you food. Here's a bed. They're very nice people. And then you've got the extreme side that's actually active right now. This Christian extremist group doesn't really exist right now. Right now,
Where it's like,
we have
over
this
there,
problem.
Isn't it Westboro Church, which is the infamous one that you've got?
Yeah,
Are they still around? Are they still doing stuff?
It's funny. I looked them up the other day because I remembered that they would stand outside of with signs.
Yeah.
And they said, this is violent. They just had signs. I looked it up. There's 14 members or something, and 9 of them have flipper hands. Like, they're
What
just
do you mean?
Like, you know what I mean?
Like fused fingers?
Right. They're genetically,
Biologically?
Yeah, they're genetically deficient.
So are they communing with one another because of
Well,
their...
they come from a very small area.
Are they all related?
They might all be just like who we're talking about, the extremist Islamist people who are also related
It's funny, isn't
to
it,
each
how
other.
how extremism and first cousin marriages seem to go hand in hand together.
Flipper and flipper.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
That's that's one of the biggest problems I think. And we're trying to do this neutral thing. We just have no opposition coming in. So I don't know what to do, but I agree there's this difference. Like, I hate when I hear someone say, I don't like Muslims. I go, that's a wrong way to think. That's not the problem. It's extremism is the problem. Extremism, which is in the news, it's the UK, Northern Ireland, this Henry Nowak case.
Which we'll get to.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
That was extremism, and that was a different religion. So, yeah.
Yeah, so who is Henry Nowak, and what happened to this fellow?
He's a dead man.
A young dead man who just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Now, what's the? There's a lot of stuff going on. How did this gentleman come to pass?
Well, it's you can actually now find the videos. The police have released all the CCTV footage. He was just out enjoying himself. He was a student at university, having a few drinks with his mates. The CCTV footage, you see him leave the pub. He's happy. He's fine. You then see him walk past a shop, and it's a shop CCTV. Again, he's fine. Nothing wrong with him. And then suddenly you see him on his phone with a couple of people, and then it changes to the point of view from, I can't remember the name of the horrible bloke, but he then meets him and then says, "Are you a bad man?" And he goes, "Yeah, I am. What about it?" And then next thing we know, he's pulled out a huge ceremonial, not a normal ceremonial sword that the average Sikh in the UK would wear, which most of them have a little necklace. He has it, and you can see the photos on his. He was a intern for a law company, and there's this picture where he's got this huge dagger on him, and he just pulls it out, stabs Henry, and then rings 999. No, his brother.
You mean he super pokes him?
Yes. Sorry, I keep forgetting we're going out live on TikTok, and yeah, we love the TikTok shop. Yeah.
Ceremonial knives on sale in the TikTok shop.
8.5 inches long, if I recall.
I think it was his brother or his cousin then rings 999 to claim that there had been a racial assault where a white man had knocked his turban off, and he's now attacked him as a form of self-defense. The police officers then arrive, handcuff him, and there's this really distressing video where he goes, "I've been stabbed," and then one of the police officers goes, "Sure you have, mate." And then he's like, "I can't breathe." Yep, sure, mate. And he's got them in handcuffs, and Henry then becomes unalived. I did a censor there for that one.
I believe Dan. I believe he said, "I don't think you have been, mate."
Yep, that's it.
That's it.
I don't think you have been.
This is wild what you're saying to me. Like hearing about, and honestly, I didn't know anything about this story.
Yeah, Mike.
So this is just absolutely wild that there's a stipulation. You guys are heavily regulated on weapons, guns, knives, all these things. And to give
the pokies and Second Amendments. Yes, Mike.
Now, if you somehow manage to get some of these people to say, This is my support gun. This is my mental support gun. I have to take it everywhere.
Your support Second Amendment, Mike.
So if
words
this
matter.
Stop taking what I'm saying and using it for whatever it is you're doing right now.
You can't say that word, Mike. It's TikTok.
Yeah,
it's
the Second Amendment. So
stop saying the word.
So you get a pootie pie.
Oh, sure, it's a pootie pie. Fine, it's that word.
and you claim that this is your emotional support, PewDiePie. How far can it go? Where does it stop? Where you have a regulated weapon that normal people can't use, and then you can say whatever, you can lie. People lie. It's a true thing that happens. People lie. And to get the thing that you're not supposed to have, to use it for nefarious means, it's the same reason why you walk into a shop and someone says, no shirt, no shoes, no service, because somebody ruined it for everybody.
Yep. Well, in the UK, you can't have anything that could be counted as an offensive weapon as any kind of weapon at all. Ugh. You can't have pepper spray, you can't have tasers, you can't have anything that somebody might get hurt with, unless you're a Sikh. Because your religion, it lets you, by law, the only exception there is by law, is Sikhs can carry their little knives, which should be, I think they're supposed to be like under 6 inches or something. So, and he was carrying 2 at the time. So, he had a history of, it looks like mental health issues again, but just not addressed. I mean, it's the first time I've ever heard this happen. This isn't something that happens all the time. And we've had Sikhs in the country for 100 years without any problems. And this is just a one-off. But it wasn't this. I mean, yes, him getting killed. Henry being killed by a Sikh It's terrible.
Unalived.
Knives should be banned.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Yeah.
We're all trying to figure it out. This is our first time as well. We're all trying to figure it out.
I think the real issue is we've had here, the population is we've been talking about two-tier policing for a long time. And this was a perfect example of two-tier policing where, because of anti-racism, they've called it, because of over there George Floyd getting killed, which had nothing to do with over here. The police had to change. They changed everything. The Prime Minister, all the politicians took the knee. They all, bowed to the pressure. All the police forces decide they would not anymore arrest anybody who wasn't white unless they absolutely had to. One law for white people, one law for everybody else.
That is something that I wanted to bring up.
That's wild.
Is the Prime Minister? I saw his words about Henry. I saw what he said, and I go, okay, well, he has that stance. And then my algorithm gave me what he said back in the day about George Floyd, and it was completely contradictory.
Yep.
I don't know who Starmer is. I just saw a contradictory statement online.
Well, Starmer's previous job before he was MP and Prime Minister was a lawyer and a solicitor who worked for human rights law and worked for people like this guy that did this unaliving of Henry Novak, so Vikram Digwa. And he would be somebody that would be standing up in court right now for Vikram Digwa saying, oh, he didn't know what he was doing and defending him because of his nationality. Keir Starmer is also the type of person that for George Floyd, who, let's face it, he was a criminal with everything that he had been doing. He would be defending him tooth and limb, saying, oh, yeah, he's not a criminal. Yeah. He was just wrongly charged of all of these things. So that's what Keir Starmer's background is.
He thought they were playing a game. He thought he won the game. In a way, he did, I guess.
He's always,
as far as I remember, as well, Keir Starmer has also defended Islamist extremists, terrorists as well, who have been accused of terrorism. He defended them, and he also has spent a lot of his time and his personal time and effort, and colleagues have, prosecuting soldiers for things for war crimes, and he's taken away immunity for soldiers for serving the country, and then wonders why we don't have an armed forces anymore, why people won't join. And he's taking great pride in the prosecution of British soldiers. This man should never be Prime Minister.
What is this underlying problem? What is this really? What drives them to do what you're saying? It almost sounds like you're saying there's a deliberate attempt to disrupt the native country and ultimately
not just
change
us though,
it.
is it? It's Europe, it's the US, it's Canada, it's Australia. It's basically white countries. This is where I'm going to sound like I'm a real racist, okay? But I'm not, honestly.
Hey, whoa. Hey, Steve.
I have a black friend.
I'm married to a black woman. My brother's a Muslim. We're fine. Everything's good. I'm Jewish.
My cousin Jeremy's married to a black woman.
We can get into this.
My friend Jeremy, he's too.
Real quick, before you get into this, because I want you, Steve, to collect your thoughts on this, because I'd love to talk about it. I want to take a moment to disrupt this to throw out some plugs. Can we throw out some plugs for where people can find you guys? Let's take a minute. I just put out some kind of campaign to get people to call in.
Yeah,
I've
got a plug here that I can throw at you if you want.
That's a weird looking
I don't
plug.
Know what that is.
I don't even know what that even is.
You get that out of here. That's not American ingenuity.
That plug will save your life.
Yeah, it's the safest plug in the world. Little sad thing about the UK, we have the safest plugs in the whole world.
Well, if you don't have unsafe plugs, how are you going to call all the stupid people?
Yeah, and what if everyone grows up not knowing what an electrical fire is? They'll never know how to put one out when it does happen.
But to answer your question seriously and sensibly, Jeremy, you can find us across all social media platforms by just searching Boo Foons, so BOOFOONS. We are on Instagram, Facebook, even here on TikTok, where I know we're going live. We're on YouTube, and we've got our website, which is boo-foons.co.uk, or you can find us with thesamebut.com. It should take to the same website. I should know after all that money we paid for it this week. The domains.
I'll send you some money back there.
No. I'm not saying it for that. I'm just saying we paid it, and that was a lot of money that we suddenly went, hang on, how much does that cost? But yeah, do look at our website. And we are on Patreon, and you can find Boo Foons Mystery Investigate on all podcast providers, so Spotify, Apple, Amazon, wherever you listen to your podcast.
I'm still waiting for someone to track down the ghost of an extraterrestrial.
I'd love a ghost alien.
A ghost alien? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
We're also looking for someone to write garmoils. So again,
Are we going to give a shout out right now to
shout out
garmoils?
to the concept of garmoils.
Guys, do you know garmoils?
Nope.
No.
Mike and I have created this genius idea.
It's a great
We
idea.
have a
We're
story.
trying to find an author.
It's an original. We just need someone to write it for us.
Call in 903-287-0660 if you think that you can write garmoils.
Mike and I have...
Shout out to Philip Taylor tuning in from the UK.
Shout out, Philip. We love Phils. We love lips.
Philip Taylor, I love you. I don't know if anyone told you that today, but I love you.
We do have a concept, though, for garmoils.
Yeah.
Guys, if you like writing... I grew up on Shakespeare, so I figured all you guys just write stuff all the time. But
When Jeremy says that, he really means that he slept on a pile of books
and they felt
for many years.
They felt very British to me. The books I slept
Jeremy
on.
didn't learn how to read till he was 13.
And then I never read again. Hate books. Books are bad. Watch the movie.
Jeremy loves books.
I hate books.
I think it's hilarious that you come up with like a separate stance than reality for something as trivial as liking to read.
No, people who are like, I read all the time. They sound, I don't like it. I don't like how they're, have you ever read this? I go, yeah, idiot.
Gargoyle by day, moil by night. Okay, that's what we're looking at.
A gargoyle statue on a New York skyscraper, and then at night, Jewish moil.
And there's going to be an antagonist somehow. Something about foreskins.
Someone's trying to save foreskin. Gargoyle's trying to
Just
take
gotta
it
stop
away.
it. You gotta stop it with his spiky stone teeth, chewing his way to justice.
Is it, when they talk about vegans and stuff, they always put up these pictures of their mouth and their teeth structure.
Yeah.
The gargoyle has the perfect structure to cut foreskin.
Right. Yeah. It's like he's developed like how Darwin noticed all the different finch beaks.
Right.
Right. They all have different purposes, and then the gargoyles is perfect for tiny little wieners.
His teeth are perfectly curved.
A moil is Philip Taylor. To answer your question, a moil is a Jewish fellow who, at a bris, will remove the foreskin from a newborn baby. Sometimes, not all the time, and not really anytime recently.
It was kind of an old school practice.
Using
with
his
his mouth.
teeth to
Without
do
even
so.
asking. Yeah.
Well,
Did they ask
it's
first,
hard,
or did
it's
they
hard
just do
for a
it?
baby to give consent.
Yeah, babies can't consent.
Just dive in there.
Yeah.
Let me toot on that thing real quick. So gargoyles in a Barnes and Noble near you.
Hey, Josh, how are things going, Josh?
Going good, man.
The stream's looking good. People
Looking good.
people like it.
Anybody interested in calling?
Yeah, 903-287-0660. Our country code is number 1.
Number one, always
Because we
number one.
are number 1.
Mike, touch tips. Number one.
Yeah. What are you guys, like 22 or something?
Or 4.
44.
Well, 44.
Yeah.
Just double it. Okay.
Double it. Give it to the next
Yeah.
person. Doubling it.
Dublin. Belfast.
What's going on in Ireland?
What's going on in Ireland?
You know when you have like something attached to something else, and then someone gets mad about that?
A foreskin?
Yeah, like a garmoil, and you're trying to you've been nearly garmoiled, You've been mostly garmoiled.
I'm staying away from that. I'm going to keep hold of mine, even though I'm not going to lose mine now. Seriously,
So
keep that one away from me.
I heard a story that there was a we'll call him a disabled man in Northern Ireland, and he
Why are you gay?
he was nearly moiled.
He was. And
Nearly
he was apparently
moiled.
quite nastily abused in Scotland, where he grew up, because he was Scottish, and that's why he moved to Ireland for a bit of safety.
Oh,
And he was almost totally deaf, and he has learning difficulties. And apparently, he was always trying to help people out, and he was always never had any sight. Couldn't really detect danger. That just shows he didn't detect danger that day, but it certainly found him. Again,
How?
just pretty unpleasant stuff. The trouble that I understand what's happening in Ireland is, we're talking a lot of illegal immigrants coming over, and they're being rehoused. Sometimes some of the villages, I understand, have got like 400 people in the villages. They'll turn up with coach loads, and suddenly there'll be 200 immigrants there. So this little town which have 400 people suddenly got 600, and a third of the population don't speak the language, don't understand the culture. And
overnight.
apparently it's happening all over Ireland. Yeah, overnight. Literally, they get shipped in and just dumped there. And it's happening all over. Ireland I think it's hit them a lot harder than it's hit us, because they've got such a small population anyway. The excuse is birth rates have gone down. We need to get people in to do the jobs because the birth rates have gone down. And it's true. In some places in Cornwall, I understand 2 years ago they were getting 150 children in a year into the school system. And next year they're down to 50. Because there's so few people having children.
Isn't that what the
But one of the
teachers
reasons for
want,
that is-
though? Don't the teachers want
Smaller
smaller
classrooms?
classrooms?
Well, and the thing is, teachers are leaving teaching, and a lot of them are being made redundant because there aren't the children coming in now, so they're losing their jobs and having to go find a real job,
Real
not
job.
this pretend teacher job.
Well, hasn't teacher jobs kind of turned into like, hey, this is what me and my husband or cats talk about at home, so this is what I'm teaching you today.
No, it's more turned into trying to defend yourself from children hitting you, and then the parents denying the fact that their children would ever do such a thing.
Oh, you mean my perfect angels? You mean my perfect
Yeah.
angels who can never do any wrong?
Your
My
dogs?
Yeah.
My future doctors and engineers, my children, those people.
Yep.
And it's got to the point where it is a very tough job now, because they've also closed a lot of special needs schools. So you've got children with higher needs within those schools, which it's very, very difficult to teach a class of children where the majority are at one level of understanding, and then you've got one person sitting at the back who is struggling to even access counting to say 5, for example, and you're like sitting there going, so children, what is 873 add 762? Let's work it out. And then you've got the child at the back that's sort of
Just
sitting
doing
there
TikTok
struggling to
dances.
count to 3. Yeah, and then you're being told that you're failing as a teacher because you're not thinking about that one child, and you're thinking about the majority. So the whole thing that you said, Jeremy, about the whole, my parents are 2 dogs, 2 cats, that sort of thing. Maybe in secondary, but in primary, which is where I work,
I'm in primary right now.
it's not really mentioned at all. We have a few books where there's 2 mums and 2 dads, and they sort of, the purpose that they serve is so we can go, yes, we're being inclusive to everybody. But then in science and stuff, when we do talk about sexual relationships and things, it is just purely, this is how a baby is made. You need a man and a lady and they make a baby. When it gets to secondary school, that's when they start worrying about all of that sort of thing. At the level that I teach, it's more, yeah, cool, whatever.
You can't distract these horny teens.
Yeah, and how do you teach them? Do you draw it on the board, or do you have a slideshow?
Have you ever watched Monty Python?
Yes.
Yep. Me and Mike grew up as tiny people, loving everything you guys ever made.
Flying Circus had boobs in it.
Boobs.
The good old days.
I love Flying Circus.
Boobs and John Cleese is my favorite crossover.
You know, a
so-
show
so
really
just
needs
like
just one of those two things to be good in my book.
Yeah, so just like Monty Python, you know, the bed pulls down from the whiteboard, you know, and then
Oh, and then you pick a student to help you.
no,
We call this
you're
on
a
Magician's
lady-
Pod. We call this choke and poke. It's a choke and poke situation.
I'm not the president of the US, and I've never visited an island, so I'm not into that sort of thing.
Islands are great.
They're a bit young. What he's saying, his children are a bit young in where that he teaches. That's what he's saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
They're very young.
Inappropriate to even think about doing that. God,
Yeah,
Why would we ever
inappropriate, yeah.
joke about that?
shit.
Josh, add a ding when I wink.
I do the
When you
editing.
wink.
I do. What are you doing? Hey, Josh.
Hey, Mike.
You have a soundboard.
Hey, Mike. Add it in.
Wait, hold on, Jeremy. Let me hold on. I can help you.
It doesn't work like that, bud.
Oh no.
I haven't recorded any of this audio.
Hey, Jeremy,
I
wink.
tell you what I'll do. I'll
Hey.
put the ding on your soundboard so that way when you do a wink, you can set it up yourself.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, dang.
Well, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Yeah, stop it.
Nothing.
You're disrupting everything. Stop it. Stop it. So why?
I've got an interesting. So I've got an interesting fact for you about British schools. I don't know if you. This is 2025. 72 schools in the UK don't have a single white British child in. 72 schools in the country. 454 schools in the country have fewer than 2% white British children in there. And in the place where I grew up in North London called Harrow, where I grew up, which used to be a very white area, let's just say that, there's now only 7% of the pupils are white British.
Steve, are you Welsh?
That's how things have changed. Sorry?
Are you Welsh?
Welsh? No, English.
There's no Welsh in you. I'm looking at your face.
Not.
I'm seeing
I didn't get
Scottish
that drunk.
heroes.
No.
You don't have Scottish hero face? Mike, am I crazy?
Yeah, Jeremy, you're crazy.
He has Scottish hero face.
Scottish hero?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're ready to go fight the
A
British.
couple
I
strikes.
do see it.
You see it, right?
Jeremy.
Cut back to him, Mike.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's got Scottish hero face. He's right behind.
You could hold a claymore for sure.
Right. He's right behind Mel Gibson. He's holding his sword.
Hey, would a claymore count
Flash in
as
your
your
butt.
guys' like ceremonial sword or something? Can you guys just strut that thing around?
Can't you claim a sword as
Right.
a ceremonial
Yeah,
weapon?
can you do that?
I never tried.
I
Give it a
mean,
go.
right? They get to carry their ceremonial swords, right? Wouldn't like a claymore or like a long sword or something be
A flail,
like the
a
equivalent?
mace,
Put it around your neck.
a halbert.
Yeah, I think we'd have to start our own religion up. I think it would have to be a religious thing, so we can, form our own religion and make it part of the religion that we carry around Kalashnikov.
Loopholes.
That'll be great.
Loopholes.
Yeah.
Loopholes. Loopholes.
Yes.
And tax-free too.
Church of Boo Foons coming soon.
We got spaghetti.
What if we could start our own religion? Josh, start our own religion.
What do we want to call it, Jeremy?
Guys, throw out names. What's the
Hey
name
chat.
of
Hey chat. What should we call?
what's our new religion?
Magizzy.
Magizism?
Magizism.
Magizism.
Magizm.
Magism.
It's magism.
We start our own thing. I want to take the Union Jack, the St. George flag, the cross, and the American flag.
And then make a visual portmanteau out of them.
Yeah, we'll do the same tactic that the LGBT do. We'll just add all the flags that unite with us into one flag.
Yes.
Yes.
Then you can have jism all over your passport.
I love jizz on my
Just
passport.
like the LGBT. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Love juice, Jeremy, please.
Love juice. TOS is love juice. Love it. Love the juice. All right, so you've got all these schools. This is actually why, Steve, I've had a problem with getting into
schools
soccer.
because he's not allowed anywhere near them.
I pulled over one time. It was late at night. It was dark. I just had to pee. I didn't know it was near a school. But anyways, I've always wondered. I want a sport to love. Right. I grew up with football. I grew up with baseball. I never really got into it. People who love soccer love soccer.
I like rugby.
And then,
This is proper sport.
but then I start watching soccer, and everyone on it's like England's team. Like the name is obviously not a British name. It's obviously most of the teams are made up of people from somewhere else. Much what's happened to our NFL. Right? In NFL, you go, it's Tampa Bucks against the New England Patriots. But the whole team on New England is from Oklahoma.
Well,
and the whole team of this place is from somewhere else as well.
Well,
And you're
Jeremy,
like,
I can tell you that New Zealand's All Blacks are not all black.
The All Blacks?
Yeah.
I tried to do all blackface. They didn't like it.
They are not all black, and they sure do love to dance.
The All Blacks love dancing. A very rhythmic team.
Indeed.
Yes. Drums.
A bit of chanters they are.
Anything you want to know about football, proper football, Dan will tell you because he's the football fan. He's obsessed with it.
Who won the World Cup? I know we were in it.
We're still going. It's not done yet. And I believe if
Oh, is
I'm
it
not
like
wrong,
hockey? It's like hockey. There's a bunch of them, bunch of games. You got to win a bunch.
Yeah, there's a bunch of games, but because actually in this podcast we try to make friends with people, and we always pretend that we're friends with people, but I'm actually friends with Dan, so I know he's no Scotland, no party.
Stop hitting the table. Stop hitting the table. Look at what you've done to my camera.
I know it is. They're scared of us, Mike.
I have to.
They're scared of our defense, Mike.
You son of a bitch. I have to get the robot.
You got to fix the table.
I got to fix everything.
Why? Because you got in.
Jeremy, you gotta put that bottle away. Dude. You can't keep up with that.
Jeremy, you got to stop.
No Scotland, no party. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan, how you feeling? How you feeling about your Scots?
Well, to be fair, so I'm a Norwich City supporter. That's the actual team that I follow. And our captain is actually playing for the Scotland national team. And a few of our ex-players are currently on the Scottish team. So although I'm obviously a big England fan, I do have a soft spot for Scotland this World Cup, purely because some of the players that I support during the actual football season are out there competing for Scotland. I used to have a bit of a soft spot for USA because Josh Sargent, who when he was playing for us, did play for the national team. However, he's gone back to, I think he's actually in Canada at the minute. I think he went to Toronto because he threw a big hissy fit about, I want to go back home. So they sold him to Canada rather than USA. And he hasn't been called up anymore. So,
I thought we got rid of that. I thought you guys
We
got
have
rid
to
of that
stop
a long
selling
time
people.
ago. Didn't you guys start that? Not selling people? I'm pretty sure you guys started that.
yeah, we did.
No, we finished it. We finished it. We stopped it.
We started it. We finished it.
We didn't start it. We didn't start it. The Belgians did that.
We just thought it was really cool.
Yeah. William Wilberforce.
All right.
Actually, I'm excited. I brought something up to you, Dan. We'll get back into the tensions, Mike. You bring up the questions. We'll get back into the tensions. Dan, I brought up to you something I heard online. There's a small possibility that the U.S. could go against England on the 4th of July. Is that even still a possibility?
No, you because when you said that the other day, I was like, well, I don't think so. And when I actually looked at, I have actually got a wall chart that I've got out of the newspaper to track all the games. I do it every World Cup and every Euros. So newspapers will actually do a mid-page spread where you can actually track where they are. And I looked at it, and USA are Group D. We are, or E, no, Group D, I think you are, and we're Group L. and the matches happening on July 4th, our groups aren't in any possibility or any combination could play. The earliest I think USA and England could play is, I can't remember if it's I think it's the semi-finals on about the 12th of July, I think is the earliest that there is a potential chance of USA and England playing.
We got to write a letter.
It's sort of all of those
Demanded.
factors, like who comes first, second, and third in the group, and who also wins the quarters and what have you. So there's a very, very, very slim chance that we might compete each other later on in the competition.
Surely.
Apparently, we've only played the US twice in 2 World Cups. Apparently, just one 1950 where the US won, and once in 2010 where it was a draw. So I think this would only be the 3rd time if it happens.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
wow.
Did you say that we did it twice, and the first time we won, and the second time we tied?
Yeah, in 1950 you won. Yeah, 1-0. The second time we drew.
America,
That's because
baby.
we're friends.
America, baby. That's what we do.
So you
That's
guys,
what we do. We win. That's what we do.
so another thing I wanted to cover.
We did also play in the 2022 group stages.
Oh, that's not proper though, is it?
Why is it
was
not
the
proper?
group stage of the World Cup.
Were they wearing the wrong clothes?
Yeah.
Proper.
I don't want to talk about soccer anymore. Okay, I'm done. I don't want to talk about football. Okay,
Because we're talking about football.
Why is there a big problem with that when the term soccer started over in England? Why is it a problem? Soccer.
Because
the word
they're-
soccer
so
came from England. America didn't invent that.
it's because football ended up splitting into 2 different sports, rugby and football,
Ruggers.
and they ended up sort of calling it soccer to distinguish from rugby. But then later on, when we founded the rules of the beautiful game, which was founded in Cambridge, they then said it was football because you played with a foot, and rugby, and because it was, I can't remember what the private school was, but there was a private school that had
Rugby.
their
It was
version
rugby,
of
Dan.
soccer. Was it rugby? Yeah.
It was rugby. That's what it's called, rugby. Yeah.
I thought soccer was called soccer because there was some sort of it was like association football. And
no,
then
it's because they wear
sort-
such high socks, Jim.
No, there was the something league, and then there was the association soccer or soccer association, and they shortened it down to make it soccer. And then there was also ruggers, which was rugby. It was 3, I thought.
Yeah. I think so.
Well,
I think you are right there.
Yeah, well, it says here soccer was a word that was basically the nickname for football in Oxford University. So Oxford University, they would call it soccer just because they're Oxford, and they don't let you put flags up. So that's why.
You know what, Steve? I completely agree with you. I'll call it football from now on because F Oxford. Screw those guys.
absolutely. Yeah.
I see their debates all the time. Screw those guys.
Philip Taylor says, sounds like you guys are saying lube holes.
Lube?
When we were saying lube holes, lube holes, lube holes.
Lube holes.
Lewd holes. Yeah.
I love lubed holes.
I have a question. I have a question right now. Are you ready? Let's see. Should governments block social media in response to unrest or misinformation?
Only if they're North Korea.
So great for North Korea, bad for everybody else.
Yeah.
Are you guys seeing
'cause
any
you
of
know what
that?
blocking social media, it starts with blocking social media, ends up with putting people in front of anti-aircraft guns and pulling the trigger. You know, that's the steep decline of democracy. And unfortunately, it's funny because people will say that the government is left or they'll say it's right at the moment. It's all point of view, because I've heard people saying the current government is very right wing. And other people are saying the government is very left wing. Basically, it's very extremist, and it's a dictatorship. It's turning into a dictatorship. It's turning into they're taking away all our freedoms. We're going to be monitored every single thing we say, single thing we do. We've already got more cameras, CCTV cameras anywhere else in the world. GCHQ monitor all our communication lines. The government's now talking about putting software on everybody's phones. So the software by one company who actually said that this policy should come in, they're going to be able to read or see and scan every picture, every message, everything you do on your mobile phone and store it and send it to the government so they can see what you're doing. That's the latest. So it's social media ban, digital IDs, scanning all your communications, everything you do on your phones. Years ago, we could have said this was a big conspiracy theory about taking over the country, taking away all our liberties. But it's happening now, and it's happening so fast. And I think Keir Starmer's trying to put it in place because he knows if he doesn't do it quick enough, they won't ever get voted in again. But if they can control the narrative, today apparently the new thing the government has gone to all American tech giants and has said you have to push in the UK. BBC must prioritize BBC above everything in the UK. And we already know that they're already censoring so much stuff we can see over here. And now, of course, VPN bans are still talking about that. But digital ID, I can't see where it's going. It's not going to go anywhere good. And there's no way of looking at this thinking it's a positive step. This is, a dictatorship. This is what happens in the countries that we don't want to be associated with. We don't want to be North Korea and China. But we're going to become another North Korea or China. It's heading that way so quickly. We might say it's a conspiracy, but it's not. It's happening. We can see it. And it's just not going to benefit anyone apart from whoever's in charge. And the trouble is, all the government and the Labour, they're all doing the same thing. None of them will take it away. If the next party comes in, they will carry it on.
So what?
How much power does the king even have anymore? It doesn't sound like.
It sounds like he's just a figurehead.
It sounds like he's just
right?
there.
He's just a face.
The prime minister just calls all the shots now. Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's what seems to be happening. Things are not going through the usual process. They replaced a lot of the Lords in the House of Lords because usually laws go through the Commons first, then they go to the Lords, and the House of Lords, they agree if it's going to become a law or not. But what the Labour government have done is they have replaced a lot of the Lords with Labour Lords. And the whole idea is they will just say yes to everything. So anything the Prime Minister says will just happen.
It kind of feels like the more and more we move away from it, the more and more we kind of want a monarchy back. Don't you kind of just want some guy who's like, everyone should have bread?
I would love to have a monarchy here in America.
Wouldn't you like to have some guy who has a line of, let everyone eat. We can all work together. Let's stay homogenous. Let's do these things. It's almost like this pure democracy framework just kind of ends in mob rule, which at the end of the day is just a communism, nihilism, socialism thing.
I mean, I can't remember, but somebody said once, it's something like, when politics becomes a show, it basically you've lost democracy, and that's what's happened now. It's happened here. Yeah, everything's just a show. It's just we are told one thing. If you disagree with it, you're a right wing. You're the N word. Whichever way you look at it.
I'm married to one. I know exactly what you mean.
The other N word, the bad N word.
Oh, sorry,
the worst
sorry. I didn't get that. No, she's a conservative.
The N word from Germany.
Yeah, the German N word. Yeah.
Oh, socialist. Oh. Yes.
Man, TikTok sucks.
I got there in a while, didn't it? Yeah, it's just not good, and it's just getting worse. And I mean,
I didn't know your wife was German.
Every election, the last 40 years.
She
every
loves
election
schnitzel.
for the last 40 years.
She loves fried food.
Sorry.
She loves schnitzel.
Sorry, I just had to get that joke in while you were talking. Continue.
Sorry, Steve.
No, sorry. I'll shut up. You could get that joke in. I didn't hear it. Sorry.
Yeah, she loves fish and chips. She loves schnitzel.
I looked at Jeremy and I was like, I didn't know your wife was German.
It's a different N word.
Oh man. Yeah, it's I forgot.
What do you think Britain needs the most right now?
Trump.
Wow.
We need to be.
You
we
can
need to
have
be
you can
safe.
have some
We
of
need- we
mine.
need
You
to
can
be
have
patient.
some of mine.
When he's done over here, I'll send you DeSantis. How about that?
Yeah,
I
just
think
need to
what we
appreciate.
need is a proper no, we need a general election because they got in. This party with Keir Starmer, the Labour Party at the moment, they only got in purely because we had was it 13 or 14 years of the Conservatives, and everyone could see the UK was getting worse and worse and worse. So Labour basically got in because they went, we're the only other people you can vote for, and we'll win and take over, and everything will be good. And then there wasn't even a proper manifesto that was released. So they get in, they've destroyed the country and made it even worse than it was. And now everyone's going, so what we need is a general election. And I think the main reason why they're scared to do it is Keir Starmer hasn't got all of his things in that he wants to put in. And also, they know that they're going to horrendously lose. Yeah, so I think that's what we need is a general election and somebody to come in with different ideas and shake up, because I can't see the Conservatives getting back in. I can't see people wanting to vote Labour, and I think it will possibly end up with Reform, which Reform is just all the old Conservatives who have seen that Reform have a chance and they've left their party and jumped over there. So actually nobody should be voting Reform because it's the Conservatives that we got rid of. Which then means that some people will either vote Green or Restore, Green or Restore, which they've now become. So Greens were extremely far left, but now they've realised, hang on a minute, we might actually have a chance here. They've started to retract some of the extreme statements they've said to put themselves slightly more centre-left than they were. And it's the same with Restore, because Restore, he's gone, actually, we might have a chance with some very clever marketing of getting in. And he's gone, well, hang on, if we become slightly more centre-right, more like an option for Reform, then we can then push the narrative of that Reform are just the old Tories that you had for 14 years. So the landscape is very interesting at the moment because lots of people are sort of coming in towards a sort of center point from where they started. And I think people on the street, we've sort of gone, now I don't know if Steve would agree with me here, but I think we have gone from a period of a lot of division where we're now starting to see a lot more unity because everyone is pretty much united around that famous football chant, Keir Starmer's a wanker.
Yeah. Do you know what the most amazing thing I've seen recently? And that was in Belfast, where with what happened there, the riots, you had Protestants and Catholics who traditionally we know have been in conflict for generations, shaking hands and joining together. And also I've seen them flying the Union flag as well. So you have the Irish flag, Protestants, Catholics, and the Union flag all together, and you never have
Cats
seen
and
that
dogs
before.
living together.
It's never been seen.
Wow.
Yeah, cats and dogs living together. It is end of days stuff. Even in Scotland, where the protests in Scotland, the Scottish were carrying the Union flag and the St George's Cross and the flag of Scotland. And again, something you never see. It's uniting people. The trouble is, it's also uniting people the other way, where they just want, they would like to see everybody who doesn't agree with them go the same way as Charlie Kirk. They think if anything you disagree with, that should be the fate. And it's funny because the violence really does seem to come from the extreme left, even here.
Well, did you see that video of I think he was 16 or 17 years old, where he was out on the street asking people to debate him in a very Charlie Kirk style? And I think it was Thursday or Friday this happened. So in the last couple of days, and he just had this whole debate me, and these left-wing people all came over. Well, it started off with a couple of people who I don't want to presume their religion, but they looked very much like they could follow a certain religion that we discussed earlier. They start kicking
Scientology.
him, and then you get Scientology. They start kicking him, and then a couple of brightly coloured haired people start coming over and shouting, calling him a racist, and they're kicking him while he's on the floor. And then the people that actually surround him, and this is where the UK are united against such a thing and do protect the freedom of speech. You get a group of people suddenly stand around him, stopping the people from kicking him, and they look a very diverse group of people in ages and skin color and all of that. So the positive side of their British diversity, all protecting this lad just because he's being beaten up by some horrible hooligan thugs who claim that violence is bad in their protests, but are actually the violent
The first ones to throw the punch. 903-287-0660. What are your thoughts? Text, call, who cares? I'm going to leave it right here.
Please.
Just look at if you need. Wait, you need to write it down. You need to write it down so that way you can
Everyone
call
write
in.
it down.
It's there for Jammy too.
I see. There it is.
903-287-0660. Call in. Text.
And if you are outside of the United States, just remember to put +01 in front of your call because it's their area code. So 903-287-0660.
Yes, British people.
Yeah, Steve, your turn.
Yeah, phone.
Phone.
Is that what you're
Phone
talking-
good.
Yep.
But this is what's happening here, though. I mean, what is it? Really is. It's the society has been fragmented for a long time now. I think we're talking to my wife, and it's sort of over the last 30 years or so, the society has been splintered, and it's been constantly splintered and hacked away. We remember when it was all about the gender divide. We started off 30 years ago. Men are bad. Men get paid more than women. Women, let's get feminism in. Men and women don't have children. Don't have children. The world's overpopulated, so don't have children. Don't settle down. So that started. Then it started with everybody was loving each other. Pretty much, there was no racial problems. There was no everybody. Gay marriage was in. Everybody, nobody cared if anyone was gay. Then suddenly they bring in all the LGBT plus, not the LGB part, but all the T plus stuff came in, and that fragmented society completely. And then they throw tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of immigrants in, and that's fragmenting society even more. And we once at a time in this country where people would have fought for each other, fought for their neighbor. They went to war and fought for other countries. But now you've got a time where people don't even know their neighbors. They don't talk to their neighbors, and they wouldn't fight for their neighbors. And some families wouldn't even fight for each other because they're so fragmented.
We have something here, Steve. This is reminding me of a lot of something that we have here, Mike. There's a united we stand, divided we fall.
Divided we fall.
So the more
Divide and
division
conquer.
you add, the quicker or more likely you are to fall.
Yep.
You have to stand
No one's going to
united.
stand up and defend.
There's this thing happening. I do have to step away for a second. I'm going to bring this up. There's a thing happening.
You have to step away?
Yes. Why? I choose to. I'm a free human being. I was born in America. I can do whatever I want. There's this thing happening in the United States where all of these beautiful Europeans, these Japanese people, all these people are coming to the United States for the World Cup. And they're assimilating into American culture while adding their own flair to it. And this uniting reminds me of this same topic, Steve, is there's people who want to come here and assimilate, and there's people that come here and they want to divide. They go, I'm me, and you should capitulate to how I feel, versus what we're seeing here in America, which is beautiful, dude. Mike, I don't know if you've seen these videos, but these people are coming over here and they're going to Walmart for the first time, and they're just so amazed by the selection, by the vast you could get this flavor, that I didn't even know this existed. I could buy a canoe and a bag of rice in the same place. They're amazed. They're going to Buc-ee's.
Does Walmart sell canoes?
Yes, they do, Mike. They go to Texas Roadhouse and they get a steak and some potatoes and stuff, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is the most amazing thing I've ever eaten because of salt and pepper." there's all these videos coming out, which is heartwarming to all of America, I believe, of these people coming over and experiencing these things. Like, what are your thoughts on that when it comes to, so you've got all these people coming over, they come over
To the UK.
they get on welfare programs, and then they start waving their home country's flags, and they go, well, actually, this place sucks because of historical meh. And then versus this pride of people coming over and going, wow, how England's so amazing. Look at their architecture. And what's the difference between...
Anonymous.
Oh, did we get a call?
Oh, have we got a call?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. You're on Michael and Jeremy's Steal Your Podcast.
Hey, I figured I'd just call 903-287-0666.
Hi, welcome to Michael and Jeremy's Steal Your Podcast. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, what's your favorite thing?
Yeah, what's your favorite thing?
About the UK. Damn it, have you not been listening?
Okay. Dan and Steve, it says the guards look cooler than yours.
What guards?
Of
something.
course they can, because it's Discord and we have a phone. The phone and Discord do not communicate with each other.
That's right. We can't hear that. Sorry.
Which is something that I remember now. But anyway, we can hear you, caller.
That was 903-287-0660.
That's right.
No one can hear it.
Very good. Goodbye. That's funny.
Tell me what happened.
I assume it was a very good phone call.
Yeah, it was a great phone call.
Super successful.
Something about guards.
We got a message
Your
in,
military
Mike.
uniforms are much better.
Oh yeah.
Josh was heard, but he was echoing.
Yeah.
We
he
got
was.
a comment that someone listening.
There was an echoing Josh.
It was an echo Josh. Eco Josh. The Green Party. Tell me about the Green Party.
Historically, they did have a couple of ideas that were kind of sensible, like renationalizing the railway, so the government looked after it and looking after nature. But then those sort of then all became normal things that everybody started doing. So everybody started picking up their rubbish and actually recycling and things like that. So the Green Party then became a bit redundant for a while. And then they've come back with all these very extreme views, like the stuff that you buy illegally and puff, and stuff like that they think that should be decriminalized, and they have these very
all of
weird
that stuff,
views.
everything, even the stuff you put into your veins should be decriminalized.
Just everything. Everything that you could ingest.
Everything, yeah.
Decriminalized.
Yeah. Complete open borders, no borders at all. So make it an absolute free country for anyone to enter. That's right. Everybody has their carbon allowance, so you can have everything to. Actually, that's also a Labour policy and a Conservative policy, I think. That carbon, one of the biggest scams in the history of scams is carbon allowances.
Do we have any
linked to
countries that
digital IDs.
currently just have open borders, and whether or not that works for them? Is there an example of having open borders working?
No one has open borders.
Yeah.
Nobody in the world.
Yeah, and I would imagine for good reason, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have white guilt to live with. We've been told, and that's the other thing, for lots of years now, all the children in school have been told, the UK especially, is the fault of everything. Everything bad in the world, it's white British people have caused that problem. Sorry, white British men have caused those problems in the world. And that seems to be such a big message that's been over the years. Then, of course, we've been told to hate the country.
Yeah.
Wow.
Although that has changed recently in the recent 2-3 years, so not even that long, where it is now more of a case of, well, actually, people were lied to. It wasn't actually this thing. It's a bit like one of the biggest cons during Black History Month saying that a black man invented peanut butter. He didn't. He was just very good at marketing it. So the whole George William Carver inventing peanut butter is a lie. It's a bit like that sort of thing where they're going, hang on a minute. We've been telling you lies. Let's actually tell you the real truth of the matter here.
Jesus
So
was a white man
it
from
has got
Oxford.
that. No, I believe it was. Well, it was. It goes right back to South American origins.
Mike, have you
Not
ever
Oxford.
put peanut butter on your watermelon?
I have never put peanut butter. Wait, is this an innuendo?
Yeah. Have you ever had your dog lick it off?
I
I
put
can
peanut
find a
butter
way
on a
to
lot
make
of
it.
things, but I've never put it on watermelon.
You've never put peanut butter on watermelon?
Why the living fuck would I put perfectly good peanut butter
America is
on a
known,
wonderful by itself watermelon?
America is known for its ability to create combos that no one ever thought
hasn't- it's-
before.
America's also known for putting weird shit on shit.
And it's delicious, Mike, like chicken on waffles.
Have you done peanut butter to watermelon?
Of course I have.
And your
I'm a charlatan.
thoughts?
I'm married to a black woman.
Thoughts?
It's delicious. It's amazing.
Stupid.
It's juicy and savory and salty. And
Stupid. Stupid.
How'd you
It's
get
gotta
to
be-
stay on? It must just slide off, surely. If you put peanut butter on watermelon, it's got to slide off it.
Yeah.
it's not a diving board.
not
It's a
gonna-
watermelon.
It's going to stay on it. Yeah, but it's a bit slippery, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
I've got to go try some.
Like Jeremy, I would imagine
try it now.
that the watery exterior of the watermelon, there's well, I don't know, it's very porous.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
It holds.
surface area
Yeah.
in a watermelon
It's a
edge.
good time.
So it very well may hold.
It holds.
Am I gonna try peanut butter watermelon?
Josh, pull a watermelon out of your fridge and some peanut butter. Show everybody how it works.
Josh, peanut butter watermelon.
Yeah,
Can
We'll
you,
do that on the next episode. Taste test of
Google that.
watermelon.
okay. All right. Well,
Oh, I gotta have that.
so how do we fix everything? That's the question, right? How do we fix everything?
Remigration, Mike.
What is it?
We gotta grab everyone in the middle of the night, wrap
Oh.
them up in blankets, and send them home.
I think people who generally, who really don't want to be part of the, the culture, who don't come here to be British, they don't need to be here anymore. It's like, for example, if I was going to go to live in Uganda and I wanted to act like I was British the whole time and didn't want to settle in, I would expect to be kicked out. I want to follow. Yeah, if any country I'd go to, I want to follow the rules.
Why would you want
I
to go
don't
to
go there and say
Uganda?
change the rules for me. Uganda's great. I went to Uganda for a few weeks. It's so good. So
you
cool.
recommend Uganda?
I would
Steve
recommend Uganda.
only likes Uganda because he was mistaken for a celebrity.
The women and the
That's why he
women.
loves Uganda.
Ah,
I was the only white man.
Wait.
I went to a schools show. This is behind the hotel. There was a schools event that went on. All the schools from Uganda there. There was half the kids had never seen a white person, and they just thought I was Santa.
oh my God! It's Sir,
Thought I
it's
was
Sir
Father Christmas,
David,
and they just
David
wanted their
Attenborough's
pictures
here.
taken with me, and they just kept shouting Santa and running over to me. It was good fun.
It's Freddie Mercury.
9 months before, they were calling you Father Christmas, and then 9 months later, they're like, "Where's my father?"
Turn up. They're going to be on a wanted poster somewhere.
Their skin is so smilky, smooth, smoky.
Smoky
They
smooth.
wanted to touch- they wanted to touch my hair all the time. It's like, what is that?
Where is it?
Well, we have been blessed as white people. We're the only people in the world that have different color hair than just like straight black. We don't have black hair. We're like the only ones that have that.
I've got super black hair.
Oh man, that's talking about people. And another thing, go back to our topic of just annoying everybody. And we just saw that the other day, the United Nations released their document on Indigenous people around the world and how they should be protected. And all Indigenous people are entitled to their country and entitled to live in their country without any interference and without people taking over their country. The only people not included on that list of Indigenous people are white people. They weren't white you know, you're not indigenous to America, North America. You're not indigenous to Canada. You're not indigenous to Europe. White people are not indigenous to anywhere on the planet.
Well, we came from
Everybody
Alpha
else is.
Centauri.
Yeah. Well, we're not indigenous to any land, so we have no protection, like every other shade of skin has, and that's United Nations. That's what they decided, and so this whatever's happening across the whole of the white world is related to the United Nations as well, because they've agreed with it. So this is why it does also affect North America, and it does affect Canada, and we can see it everywhere, even Australia, New Zealand. It's happening everywhere. But you're right, we need to roll it back. And I think the thing is, with people who want to really genuinely want to be in your country and integrate and be a part of it, that's what everybody should have. That's what we all need. We need people. But also we need to start having children.
Well,
We need to encourage people to have children.
Wait, we have a comment, Jeremy. Your wife comments.
Is it my wife?
You are married to a black woman that would never put peanut butter on damn watermelon.
Of course not, because she's sensible.
That's because I'm more black than she is. Are you hearing that, woman? Where's my camera? There's my camera. I'm more black than you are, dude.
That's not true.
I'm at the barbecue.
I'll go ask my wife, and she'll say, "I'm just going to ask her what she thinks." So I'll be right back.
Okay.
No, I think there's definitely this weird thing in our world where you're not allowed to say, "I'm super proud of being white." Like you're not allowed to say, like, whether it's Irish, Scottish, English, Greek are also considered white. Romans, Italians are also considered white. Like, they've done these things throughout history, but you're not allowed to be proud of it.
Well, this is the thing, Jeremy. Hold on. When you have a
Mike's
government
about to get leftist.
When you have a government that basically puts anything on the books that classifies people, like anyone, just based on the color of their skin, you have a list of things. These things apply to these people. These things apply to these people. When you separate people based on, any sort of legislation at all, you're basically telling everybody everyone's different, and based on how different you are, you fall into this box. Yes. I don't think anyone should be put in boxes.
Why?
Everyone just are human beings. They're people trying to live.
No one should be put in a box.
No one should be put in a box.
Dan, are you hearing this?
Yes, but before the stream, you were playing around with your computer, making sure that we fit in the boxes. So you, Michael, put us all into boxes. You don't want people put in boxes.
You're the box man.
Yourself were putting us in boxes.
Oh my God, I'm the problem.
You're the problem, Mike.
I've been putting people into these stream boxes.
You have to hold yourself accountable, Mike.
But yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Everybody's sort of told that we're all the same. Everybody's the same. Treat everybody the same.
All cultures are equal.
We're all very different.
Yes.
Everybody's equal as far as they're entitled to life, and liberty, and to live a life. But
ontologically,
we're all
everyone's
so
equal.
different to each other still.
Yes.
We're not the same. We're not the same, and we won't necessarily all fit in with everybody else. It just doesn't happen.
Yes.
Somebody has to bend. There's a big difference between me and an Inuit. It's just good.
Yeah. And I think that is the thing of beauty, and that's the thing that should be protected, is you should be able to be proud of who you are, what your heritage is, and so on and so forth. And everybody being different is a great thing. It is, however, and I think this is part of the reason why at the moment in the UK, there are lots of people uniting now to be like, hang on a minute, there's this one group of extremist people that are coming over and want to change everything to suit them. That's not right, because the thing that was always one of our great things about the country was people from different backgrounds coming together, and people from other backgrounds that weren't British coming in, doing that thing that you were saying about, Jeremy, with people in the World Cup going to Walmart and being amazed. Those people coming in going, wow, isn't Britain great? Isn't it a great place to be and live in and work in? And then you've got this one group who are going, yeah, we're over here to exploit you and take advantage of you, and we're also going to take over because we don't like your rules. We want you to all obey our rules because we don't like your rules, and we're coming over here to do that. And I think that is why you've got this divide now happening, where you've got a group coming in going, yeah, we don't like this place. Yeah, that's all
Well,
I'm
I think
saying.
they're using.
But they also don't like where they came from.
No, they do. That's the trick. I think
Yeah.
that's the trick.
It wants-
Is
Well, then why don't they just go back there?
it's the trick
because they want to take over the world. They say a lot of people. You've seen the interviews on the streets, and they will say that their whole thing is Islam is going to eventually take over the world.
Yes.
And you do that by repopulating. That's the jihad by population. So you just have more children. You have more children. You take over the system. You become an Islamic country. It's happened. It will happen again. unless
it's happened
something's done.
50 times.
Yeah,
Yes.
it keeps
To
happening.
50 countries.
And I will say again that we said
57
earlier, just for that we are just talking about the extremist people, not the whole.
Yes.
Yeah.
of those, yeah.
Well, so I've gotten into these debates before on my own. I'm separate from Michael and Jeremy Steele, your podcast, when I do these. But what I hear most often.
Well, we know that you travel a lot, and I'm sure your wife is well aware that you do a lot of debates by yourself.
I love debating.
He's a master.
I'm a master of it.
Yeah.
Mostly in the shower. I've added lotion to the routine.
And you know it's funny because Jeremy takes cold showers as a form of it's a training.
Repentance.
He's training himself. Repentance.
I've created my own
It's
orthodoxy.
conditioning. You're conditioning yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
I rub myself in conditioner. I love it. It's so smooth.
Yeah. You know what else is smooth? Go to dungeonstudios.co to peruse the various soaps.
They got candles coming out one time,
Yeah.
probably.
And Dungeons and Dragons modules. it's dungeonstudios.co.
Hey, we haven't done this in a long time, Mike. Grab one of those bottles of Silk City hot sauce.
Oh, are we still doing that?
I don't know. They might pay us one day. Hey, grab one of those bottles of Silk City hot sauce, Mike. Check that out. What is this one? Is this our favorite?
Psychic Bigfoot.
Psychic Bigfoot.
Perfect blend of sweet and heat. Go to silkcityhotsauce.com and get yourself a bottle today.
Promo code MJ.
Steal.
Promo code
Steal.
STEAL.
STEAL. Because we're Michael and Jeremy Steal Your podcast.
It doesn't
Hey,
matter.
Cartridge and Quest, welcome to the live stream.
Hey guys, hey, you ever heard of Silk City hot sauce? So has nobody else. But if you buy it, they'll keep the money and you'll still get a discount and we'll get nothing. So go ahead and do it.
Yeah, it's actually really good hot sauce.
It is really good hot sauce. They don't pay us though any money whatsoever.
Steve, if you're doing what I think you're doing, please keep doing it. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm seeing if they will send any over here. I like hot sauce.
Excellent.
It's
You like hot
really
sauce?
good hot sauce.
We'll send you
Love
hey,
hot sauce.
promo code STEAL 20% off. We won't get a dime, but they will.
I'm gonna call him. Be like,
Call Jeff. Where's Jeff at?
Yeah.
Get him on the live
Get him on the
stream.
line.
Josh, get a hold of Jeff.
And make sure he's super echoey and no one can hear him. No one can hear him on Discord.
It is crazy hearing all these tensions of stuff that's happening. And Steve, I really relate to you. Me and Mike, we try to stay off of politics as much as we can, like stay neutral. But we do have like differing opinions about things going on in the world.
No, we don't.
Mike hates guns and loves trans. It's his favorite thing.
I love.
You know, my boss at work, I say my boss has got a completely different view, but we can discuss it because we're both men in their 50s.
Yeah, well,
We can
we're
discuss
about
without
3
falling out
weeks away
with it.
from Michelle and Jeremy Steal Your podcast. So,
I love transmissions.
What?
good luck changing that sultry voice, Michelle. Give me your best woman voice. Wait, I can help. I can pitch you up for a second.
So he wants to change his beef torpedo to a ham sandwich.
I love beef. I love beef. Yeah. big old smoky sausage.
Hey, Michelle, what's your biggest worry about what's going on in the UK right now?
Not enough dicks. It's not as many as I'd like. I'd prefer there to be more. Does that help?
All right, come back to us, Michael.
It's okay. Oh my god. Oh, we broke Dan. Nice. Well, I think we're getting close to calling it. I
No,
think
we
we're-
got to talk about. All right, so we've got Cartridge and Quest in here. Guys, call in. Ask the. You've got literal Brits right now that you could talk to and
Nope.
ask them questions.
Well, I mean, we'll ask him for you.
Oh, but yeah, right. We have to communicate. Oh, damn it, Josh! What's going on, dude?
It's just them listening to silence while we talk to someone on the
How
phone.
come we can't have our guests hear our phone-in callers? That's crazy.
Because the Discord and the phone don't communicate with each
yeah,
other.
well, there's got to be a bridge, guys. There's got to be a bridge. We have to figure this out. Michelle,
Let's build the bridge.
We're gonna build a bridge.
what are we gonna build it with, Michelle?
We're gonna build it with, I don't know, like mortar and bricks, I guess.
Women know nothing about construction. I hate this.
some cables.
Josh, figure it out. Mike, actually, today, you should know this. We were going to give, this is a good shout out. Josh has officially joined onto the group. He's going to be in the company. We're going to give him some stake in the company. I said we should give him 15. Mike said 10. After today, Mike whispered to me earlier, he goes, 8. We should do 8.
I didn't say that. No, I didn't.
He did.
I didn't.
He winked at me too. He went like this. He went, Josh, put in a winky noise when I do that. Or it'll go to 7.
Wow, your winks are weird, dude.
I have weird winks. I'm a weird winker. Jeremy's
So
a
we've
weird winker.
Jeremy's got such squinty eyes.
I'm a squinty boy.
It's because his eyes are blue like the ocean, so the light gets in it and just makes him have to squint everywhere he goes.
Swim in it.
Yeah, I'm pretty squinty too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're a doe-eyed boy. Zoom in. Go into Ozbot.
You want me to zoom in on my own
zoom
face?
in. Hey guys, check this out. It's gonna make you laugh.
Wait. Is this? There we go.
There you go. Give him the Glasgow smile.
Hi.
Doesn't he look Scottish?
Hi there. Do people like this?
It does. Just needs to be a little bit more ginger, that's all.
A little more ginger, but doesn't he look He's got much more of a European face than I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I fucking
Yeah,
like
you could fit in, Mike. You could fit in over here. Well, actually, you couldn't really. Not at the moment. You wouldn't be allowed in.
Well,
You right. Well, no, he's lefty.
I can
no,
get
they
in
love
there.
him.
I can get in there.
What was that?
Yeah. Just like referees and supporters of the World Cup aren't allowed in.
Hey, do I look European? Mike, zoom in into my face.
Why are you making me do this?
Hey guys, it's live stream. We got nothing to lose. Hey, it's me, your good friend, your good pal, Jeremy. I'm here to talk to you guys. I respect your country. Hey, it's your good pal. I've always,
Danny Doolittle.
I've always been here for you.
I like pizza.
How does he look more European than I do?
Yes.
What do I look like?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Chopped liver?
Chinese, Mongolian.
Very Chinese.
Mongolian, yes. That's a
Look
shout.
Mongolian. Definitely one of Genghis Khan's offspring. Definitely.
Good luck with your wall, idiot.
Hey, what kind of toothpaste you use?
I wrote the book. They just took it about 1,400 years ago and are using it against you now. I'm a Mongolian. I know how to conquer.
Is this where we go into South Park mode and start going, silly Mongolians?
It's Shitty Walk.
Shitty walk.
Shitty Walk.
Go to shitty walk.
I'm just now coming to realization in real time that the Mongolians taught the Arabs how to conquer you.
What?
They wrote the book, dude. They're like slowly conquer. They did it. They did it to you, dude. They're doing it to us too, Mike.
What, me? Right now?
Not here. We have a cool governor, but some places.
He hates Disney.
Yep.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Oh, well, yeah, Disney are a load of nutters, aren't they?
Yeah.
What?
And Disney are getting rid of artists and using a lot of AI. So, yeah, Disney are the worst out there.
I mean, I can't lie, dude. I have all these feelings about the parks. I understand they let me down on Star Wars. They let me down on all of the things that I love. But it's so fun to go to a theme park. Disney and Universal is so fun. It's just fun. The food
I hate
is
the
good.
lines though.
The lines suck, but the food is good. Like the
Food's
architecture.
expensive.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good. Everything is good and it's fun. And like the architecture is perfect. The theming, I like it all. I'm not gonna lie.
I've
one of
never
those
seen
guys.
Harry Potter World. I've never seen it.
Hey, Josh, superimpose Hava Nagila as I talk
He
about
doesn't
Disney.
do the editing, Jeremy. I do the editing. You say Michael.
Hey,
you say Michael do this.
Why don't I have a button that's like shabba beep beep boop 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 doop?
Tell me what button you want. I'll give you whatever button you want.
I love it. I think going to theme parks is awesome. I like Harry Potter because of the theme parks more than the movies.
Oh yeah.
It's great. You
Me
get to
and my
wave a
cam-
little wand
Hold on.
around and stuff happens. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You see, as a child who was a child during the time of Harry Potter coming out as books and films, I used to love it. I've recently rewatched it as an adult, and I don't know if this is because of my day job, but I absolutely despise the films because it's just loads of irritating kids just going, Wingardium Leviosa.
Well, it's Star
And
Wars.
I actually root for Voldemort the whole time. You know, I'm like, go on,
Gotta get these
get
annoying
them.
kids, Voldemort.
Yeah.
You gotta get them.
Me too. I'm like, just finish your purpose, dude. Come on. You were born for this.
All right. What else, Jeremy?
Well, no, I've so Harry Potter. That's interesting as well. My
Is
wife.
this a thing where if the live stream ends, you don't exist anymore? Is that what's happening?
What?
If the live stream ends, you no longer exist, and you're trying to prevent it from stopping.
Hey, you guys got 24 more hours. We can hang out. I don't want to die yet.
Oh, what the best way to spend the last hours of your life with us. God, that's awful.
It's
Pray for death.
It's amazing for us. So, Mike, if you're trying to wrap things
I
up,
want to hear about Prince Harry's wiener.
oh, the frostbite,
Yeah.
the frostbite.
How'd that happen?
You guys know about this?
Some
Hey,
gargoyle.
you guys hear
No, I
about
never
this?
heard of it.
Prince Harry's wiener, she's
No,
got a schminkle.
My word.
The notes that you sent, I read it and went, wait, what?
See, remember, our news is censored over here. We wouldn't hear that.
He got
It's
frostbite.
also because Prince Harry's the one that we no longer care
We don't
about.
talk about,
You know,
yeah.
he's not even a prince anymore. He's
It's-
just Harry.
Mike,
Him and Andrew are like that.
Mike, you know he's not a prince anymore because he married a half black.
That's
She's
not.
not half black. She's as black as I am.
I don't think that's what.
She's
I
a
don't
quarter
think that's
black.
correct.
She's a quarter black.
But I don't think that's why.
Megan.
He's football, yeah.
I think it's because he moved. Didn't he? Does he move? Did he move to America?
I think he's in America.
So,
How am I trying to support him?
Yeah, it's basically
Undesirable.
he married her and then made loads of accusations which were later proved to be false and inaccurate about his own family, and then she forced him to stop going to engagements and doing things. So they basically went, well, if you don't want to act like a royal, then you don't have to be anymore. Bye.
so you can just cut him out, just erase his name off of the ledger.
Yep. and that was his own nan that did that.
Calling a butler
Wait,
to open up the
So
scroll.
what if? Oh my God!
Erase this.
So you guys know, like how in Parliament you have that one guy that's like, "No, shut the door! Don't let that guy in!" And then you have to do this whole fake thing where he's like, "I'm the Black Hand" or whatever, and you
Black
must
Rod.
let me. I demand to be let in. It's gonna be Harry one day, and he's gonna be holding the dude. He's gonna be unconscious in his arms. And he's gonna be like, "Ha ha! I'm back."
He's gonna look just like
Well,
this.
she's-
He's gonna look just like this.
if Harry does have frostbites on his wiener, then he would have a black rod, I guess.
Oh, that's a black
Would be
rod.
nothing to do with that.
A black rod. Ah, Jimmy, hit the button on that one. Black rod. That's funny. Get it, his wiener got frostbite.
Yeah,
The black rod.
yeah. That was always my worry with my girlfriends in the past. I was like, I'm at work, she might get the black rod. Well, I'm working.
Antibiotics for that these days. Yeah, they clear that up.
Frostbite. In Florida.
okay.
Florida.
Yeah.
Spent too
That's
much
gonna take
time in a
lots of
Hooters
hard
walking
work to get
cooler.
frostbites in Florida, surely.
She told me she's going to Waffle House, so no. IHOP. I hop right off
The
that
books.
call.
The books are better, Nikki. The books are so much better.
The books are better. I've been listening to the Harry Potter. They came out with a fully sound engineered voice cast, and my wife loves it. And she's been coming to work with me where I drive long hours. I know you guys don't understand this over there, but we drive 3 hours to work sometimes. The hundreds of miles.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
It's so
Yeah, when you guys drive
It's
3
so
hours, you're in
miserable.
another country
yeah.
Yeah.
or in the
Well, yeah,
ocean.
you can drive 3 hours and you're only about 60 miles away
Yes.
because the roads are so bad. So that's what you can travel 60 miles in 3 hours.
Oh, I see, because they go like this.
Yeah, all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
And roadworks that never have builders working on them. That you just go past rows and rows of cones, and you're like, "What on earth is going on here?" Because there's no one working on it.
What happened to your train? You were supposed to get a big old train? You're supposed to get a big
Oh,
connection?
HS2.
I think it goes to nowhere now. There's a hyper train.
It was supposed to connect London and the south to the north and bridge the gap, because there is a bit of a north-south divide for many reasons, but there is a socio-economic difference where up north, there's a lot more poverty, lots of more unemployment. So therefore, whereas down south, where both Steve and I live, it's more affluent. And there
Hashtag
are
humble
better
brag.
job opportunities.
Not where I live.
Hashtag white
I
neighborhood.
don't live in an affluent place.
Okay, yeah, not where you live, but in the south of
Southwest
England
is
in
very
general.
poor. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, the southwest England is very, very poor. The only sort of money, because there's not much down here. It's a huge part of the country, but it's mainly just more land. A couple of cities, that's it, and it's like hundreds of miles, thousands of miles of it. There's no money here. The money we used to come from the EU. So the European Union used to give us money, but when we left the EU, that stopped. And it's a very deprived area here, to be honest. Not like where Dan lives, where all the rich gits live.
I love how you said miles. We're changing them, Jamie.
Yes, slowly we're cultivating their culture.
But yeah, so HS2, it was supposed to fix some of these divides. They invested billions into this, and it goes from just outside London to just outside Birmingham. And the train line that already exists between those two cities didn't really need improving, and it's only going to cut about half an hour off your journey time. So it's been a bit Newcastle, Sheffield, Manchester, Liverpool. It was supposed to be this brilliant thing. Yeah, it's gone a couple of 100 miles, and then that's it.
I just
The
don't I don't
initial
understand
budget.
it. Sorry, Steve. I
I was
just
going to say the initial budget on this. The budget was 35 billion was the initial budget, and now it's 110 billion. And it's still, the price is still going up, and they've cut the thing down by, it's only going up like a few hundred miles now.
I
and it's
just
costing 100 billions.
I don't
Jesus.
I don't understand why. What's the importance, right? So we're gonna connect this.
I don't
city-
understand trains.
Well, we're going to connect this city to this city so it's easier for you to get here from here if you don't have a car. You can't take a cab.
Yep.
What really is the point? You're easily connecting these areas on the taxpayer
Well,
dime,
Jeremy,
but there's
it's cheaper to
jobs.
live in one spot, and then you
But you're gonna
once you
make-
have the ability to commute to the other spot where your job is,
Then
you
you're
now
gonna-
have affordable housing because everyone's poor over there.
No.
You get a cheap house and get
No.
a good job.
That's the
And then
opposite
you
of
start
what
building
happens.
up the neighborhood.
No, it's the opposite of what happens. If you open up the travel between them so easily, then you're taking the poor neighborhood to the you're reducing value of everything. People are losing money. These people who can't afford are on a train. It's a negative to the
I
economy.
disagree.
I'm going to connect A and B and C to D, but everyone in A works in A, everyone in B works in B, everyone in C works in C. Like, what's the point of taking everyone's money to try and connect? If you want to go on vacation and visit another city, you just.
But why
jump in
wouldn't
your
you want
thing.
to get a cheap house in A, work in B, and then make good money, put it into the house, make that house better? All of a sudden, more people are doing that, and you're building value in the poor neighborhood. Now everyone has good jobs because they can get to B, where the jobs are, and they can start building up their own neighborhoods, increasing the property value, increasing population, and then actually being able to pay for infrastructure and all that stuff. Why is that bad? Tell me.
Well, there's nothing bad about
You
building
hate
up-
poor people.
What? I think I don't know if I can speak for everyone, but I think I might be the only person who was homeless on this podcast.
Nope, I lived in a shed for 6 months.
That you paid for,
No,
but you had a home.
it
You had a bed.
it was a couch in a shed.
Oh, okay. But so sure. No. What I'm saying is, what's the purpose of hyper transportation from one?
Transportation.
Yeah, hypertrans.
Hypertrans.
They're going to be the new third gender where they're both. At the
I
same
think
time.
the idea for this rail network was just to give people an alternate route where they would pay more and go very fast, very quickly up north, where the poor people couldn't afford to be. So it was going to allow politicians, if they wanted to, rather than taking their private jets, to jump on the train. It was going to be overpriced, so no one really would be able to take the train. They would take the other line, the cheap one. So it was just going to be like a faster journey for the people who could afford it. And when we're talking about, yes, it's taxpayer money that builds it, but it will then be handed to a private company to run it, who will make all the profit, which
Oh, that's
usually
fucked
happens. But for example,
Why?
the train, if you were taking a train from where Dan lives, Dan lives about, what, 40 miles from London? 50 miles? It's not far.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
So about 40, 50 miles from London. If you take a train from where Dan lives into London where you get a job, where it's easy to commute, that's going to cost you the equivalent to $10,000 a year just on your train ticket.
And to answer your question,
driving
Jeremy, the
40
reason
miles.
that it sucks is because if you're paying for the rail, you're not entitled to a return on investment.
What do you mean?
You're
There's
not.
nothing comes back to the population.
Yeah, you're not entitled, Jeremy. I feel like you would be a little bit. If
Entitled for what?
the taxpayer money is paying for essentially public transportation that they can't then afford because they're going to give it to a private company who only wants to make money off of the people. So you're paying double into it at that point. You're paying the government to build the fucking thing, and then you're paying another company to let you use it, and you're not getting anything back. You're not getting a cheap
actually
version
worse than
of
that, Michael.
transportation.
Michael, it's worse than that. It's actually worse
Yes.
than that. What
Yes.
usually happens is the government then subsidize it. So they also then give the private companies billions of pounds on top to subsidize out of taxpayers' money.
That's horrible.
So not only do they take billions in subsidies on top of all that, so even more money goes from the country to the businesses.
I
And that's
hate
what
that.
happens.
Yeah,
all
why
this
is the
stuff?
government in control of it
And
at all? in
on
the
top
first
of
place?
on top of that, you've got Network Rail, who are the ones that actually maintain the railway lines,
Yes.
who are actually paid for and funded by the government and therefore the taxpayers.
The taxpayer.
Yes.
Yeah. So the company who's making
Yeah.
the profit doesn't even have to pay for the infrastructure and to maintain it. There's no cost. It's just profit.
Government
That's horrible.
subsidized everything.
Yeah.
Socialism.
Well, it's like this.
Communism.
It's like this. The company that's told, convince the government to put the spyware on our phones so they can spy on everything. Apparently, the contract's worth like something like £2 billion a year. And the companies that are now doing the digital IDs, it's become a billions and billions of pounds is going to these companies to identify how old you are. People, again, it's all taxpayer money that's just disappearing.
And we're getting grocery stores that scan your face, and then they know how much money you make, and then they change the prices of all the items that are in front of you. They got these little digital tags that have the price of bread. You walk past it, and all of a sudden the price goes up by like 50 cents, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Now I've heard of this. I haven't seen it in practice, and I travel all the time.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in practice, but what I have seen is you can walk into an airport and stand in a certain area, and it scans you. It scans your face, and then you look up into the sky, and it says it's departing in 16 minutes. You need to go gate this,
I've heard
go
about
left about 40 minutes. You'll walk and get on a thing.
So it gives you custom
Individually,
information
I'm
based
standing-
on you.
I'm standing next to 20 people, and we're all seeing a different thing.
How are you
Yeah,
seeing
that's
something
crazy.
different?
It's where you stand. They have it marked on the ground. You walk up and you stand, and
Oh.
what you see,
So it's a polarization effect where
right?
they
a
change.
polarization effect. Yes, they
Okay.
can. So the guy next
Well,
to me is seeing
lenticular,
his
isn't it?
flight,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
seeing my flight.
Yeah.
This thing is a real thing that's happening. Yes, which I think that's actually more scary than kind of most of this stuff.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Well, we've also got now the facial recognition systems that are going through because we had the protest the other day. Well, it wasn't a protest; it was a meet and greet in London, but apparently it was far right. But they had all the police systems were it was facial recognition. They were arresting people because the computers said so.
Does the right
So they were just picking
protest
people out.
ever?
We don't usually. I know I just put myself in a corner. Sorry, Josh. They don't usually. No. They usually do vigils.
Vigils.
They go like, I'm so
they do
sorry.
parades.
Yeah, I'm so sorry you died. And also, here's a balloon.
So thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Oh, let me pick this up.
That's the right.
Somebody threw this on the ground. Let me pick it up and put it in a trash can. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
And I think that's another thing here, of course, is it's like you were saying about the two-tier policing. The left will protest, and they can protest violently. They can be out there with machetes and just be told to put their weapons away. Whereas, the right go out there, or the so-called right, and then the police are heavy-handed. They'll get arrested for doing absolutely nothing, just for holding a flag up. They can get arrested. But yeah, the left can carry machetes and get away with it. And we see again, we got video of this. I've seen it. People will say, well, it's all right-wing propaganda, but it's video. It's what's happening. Which is why they want to censor social media, because they don't want anyone to see this stuff. Why they don't want kids to see it. You don't want kids to see what's really happening. They've said they're going to lower the age of voting for children, for the young people, to 16 from 18. But they're going to be banned from looking at social media. And now I was just reading today that academics are saying ban it for 18-year-olds as well. So they don't want them to even see any social media or other news sources. And again, that's a real worry. Next thing we'll be doing is burning books in the street.
I think anyone who's 18, if you're old enough to go into your military for wherever you live, like if you're old enough to be in the military, you're a man or a lady. You have the ability to do all things adults can, and shouldn't be regulated like anyone based on age at that point. That's my opinion.
Yeah. So you should be able to talk to those people who are also 18 years old and go, hey, here's an alternative opinion.
Yeah. I mean, here you can get married at 16. You don't even have to I don't think you need to get parental permission at 16. I think you can just get married. So they're saying you can't look at social media, but you can get married and join the army.
Wow, the UK's weird.
But, yeah.
The UK's
Not going to deny it.
Yeah, you guys are weird and funky. I
Well,
like it.
it's so one of the things that I'm hearing is you're trying to not misstep by saying like white, right? Like we want to stay away from this white idea.
Yeah,
but
but that's what
they're
everyone
really-
seems to be. You can't say it.
Yeah,
And the thing is, like I say, my wife is black, my kids are mixed, but I'm still proud about being white. And
There's nothing wrong.
That'll get you cancelled. That could get me fired probably by saying that. But what have I got to be ashamed of? I haven't done anything.
except build
I've
everything.
never broken a law.
What?
Except build everything.
What is that?
Bring fresh
Yeah,
water
no, I mean,
into the world.
personally, I've not done anything. Illegal
Steve
in my
did
life.
that?
Why have I got to be
if,
ashamed?
if we're gonna go black and white or brown or yellow or whatever the fuck you want to do, then yeah.
But it's
I don't want to do any of that.
but it's
No, they did.
I just want to be happy.
They did.
You deserve happiness.
What's wrong with being proud of
just-
being? Is it right? Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike. Is it okay to be proud of being black?
I think anyone should be proud of anything that they are.
Is it?
I think. Well, it depends because pride can be a sin, right?
Sure.
It's one of the
It's the number one.
seven
It's
deadly
the biggest
sins.
one.
Is pride.
Yes.
And it's thrown around in that sort of space, right?
So-
like the way that pride can be bad
Yeah.
is weaponizing it in any way, shape, or form.
So how about this? This is a better way to ask it. Are you ashamed of being white?
Am I ashamed of being white?
Yes.
No.
Should you be ashamed of being black?
No.
Should you be ashamed of being brown?
No.
Should you be ashamed
I
of
feel like
being
Definitely not. If anything, you should be the most proud.
You're doing the best. Wink, Josh. Wink. It's
Schling.
Josh bringing it to the wink.
It's just gonna be all fart sounds because I'm the one who's editing
You're the
it.
one who's gonna do it. Yeah.
It's every time.
There's this problem with being proud of being white, which I think they always attribute it to fascism, Nazism.
The N-word.
Oh, the N-word, the N-word, the F-word, the S-word. They're always associating it with these things. And man, they've done some good stuff on this planet. And I don't think you should be wrong about going, I'm so glad that we were around to build that thing.
Yep.
I don't think there's
if
any
you look
problem
at-
with that.
I mean, we're saying that, but okay, yes, white people did bad things, but if I remember rightly, in China, the Communist Revolution resulted in millions of people dying by the hands of Chinese people.
Man.
The Japanese tortured the Chinese for generations.
And we don't hate them.
There's been the death. Korea was one of the biggest slave nations in the planet. In there fighting each other. The Africans are still selling their own people as slaves to Arabs. Who
Yes.
are still,
And they're
in the slave trade.
allowed to also
They're still
stand up.
castrating. They're still castrating their slaves.
They're allowed to
none of
still
them are
stand
white.
up and say, I'm proud to be Korean, I'm proud to be African, I'm proud to be whatever, and I'm behind you. I'm like, yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Be proud.
But understand the
Even though
implications.
you're still doing atrocities, but I still think that you're allowed to say, I'm proud of being the thing that I am.
Because you're not doing those atrocities.
Nope, I'm a good boy.
You're eating hot sauce.
I hate hot sauce.
I'm getting Taco Bell after this. I'm hungry. I'm going to get Taco Bell on my way home, and I don't care if the world knows it.
But they apparently, when you're walking around, you're allowed to say, I'm proud to be everything except for what I am.
White, male, and straight.
Right. You're just
Three
not
worst
allowed.
things you can be on the planet.
Right. It's like everything else
I
is
love being those
acceptable.
things.
Yeah, but Mike, say it. Declarative, right into the camera.
I'm white. I'm not gay, and I'm happy. I'm a happy guy.
No, you're proud.
I'm proud of
Say
being.
you're proud of your race, Mike. Say you're proud of your race, Mike.
Hey, white people, I'm proud of you.
I'm
Does
a
that count?
proud white Englishman.
I'm proud of you.
Yep.
I'm proud of you,
I'm proud of you.
especially for the white part.
Well, no, it's just
The thing is like when it comes to all the stuff about like, there was definitely a period of time where it got to the point where you were forced to sort of be ashamed of it. And I think with everything that's been happening lately over the last few years, it's getting more acceptable to be like, you know what? I'm fed up of being told this. And there are more people out there now saying, yep, I'm white. So what? I love it. And there's less persecution for it than there was a few years ago. I think it is slowly healing. And the thing is, I know as well, my viewpoint does come from the fact that I grew up in the countryside where it was a case of if you saw somebody who was non-white, you'd be like, who are they? They're somebody a bit different. And then I now live in a town where it's a case you just walk down the street and go, okay, cool, there's loads of different people in the world. Isn't this a lovely thing to do? Because there's loads of different food. Look at that place that does this food. And that's why I love that's the bit of diversity I love is other people's food.
I'm one of 7 white people that live on my street. Out of 200 houses, I am one of like 7 white people.
You know, I find it so hilarious though too, Dan, just to go off your point, is like, well, you don't need 60% Indian people moving into your little tiny neighborhood to enjoy a butter chicken. Like, you can still make butter chicken, dude.
I'd love to get some lamb sog now.
Like, the
I'd
internet
love
exists.
some lamb sog.
There's some net positive immigrants that have made awesome restaurants. Like, you don't need.
I love curry. That's a big British thing. You guys love curry too, huh?
Everyone loves curry. You don't need to change the entire demographic of your city to enjoy curry.
That's right.
You can still just enjoy curry.
Yep.
That's not mixed with a toe.
Only if you want it to be.
That's not. This is not someone cutting a chicken's head off on your curb.
Have you seen the one? Like, there's if I find it later, I'll send it to you.
Yes.
But there is the one where there is a guy who has a ridiculously long toenail.
Yeah.
And he's cutting things with his toenail and chopping up bits of food with his toenail and putting into the dish.
Cultural enrichment.
And guess what? He's probably proud. He's probably proud of that.
And so is the government.
He's making a lot of money on the internet.
Parliament's super happy about it. They love toenails.
Contributing member of society for sure.
British person, your toenail better be under 4 inches. Him, 8.5, curved. They love it. They love curved toenails.
It starts to curve in on itself at one point, doesn't it?
Cut it off, wear it around your neck. So the last thing I wanted to do, I know, Mike, you're trying to jump off. The last thing I wanted to do, I wanted to bring up, there's a very heartwarming thing happening in the United States right now. And our algorithms are getting full of Scots and English and Irish and Japanese and Australian. And these people are coming over here and going to our normal everyday stores, Mike. Our Raising Cane's, our Waffle Houses, our Costco's.
Our Taco Bells?
Our Taco Bells. They love Taco Bell. And they're showing up and making these videos of "We've been lied to, America's awesome." Have you guys seen these videos coming out?
I have seen those. I've also seen the ones where there's lots of European people that are like, wow, drinking culture over here is nowhere near as good as it is in Europe. I've seen those videos as well, where places are not prepared for the sheer amount of alcohol that's going to be served.
Yeah.
We discussed that earlier in the week, Jeremy. I sent you a link to one, and then and I'm also seeing the videos where you've been introduced by the Scots in Boston. I think they're in Boston at the moment. Have introduced you to a very British drinking tradition of traffic cones on the top of statues.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Nice. I think I can context clues that one.
You basically, you're coming home from the pub, you've got your kebab in one hand, you're staggering home, you see a traffic cone, it must be picked up and put onto something high, whether it's a street sign, whether it's a statue, And it's very common to have them in the garden. I think I've got 2 in my garden, 2 traffic cones, which have been brought home with me
Oh,
because
I thought someone blessed you with
I'm a
them.
wizard now. So I've got a kebab in a hand going, I'm a wizard now. And then I've got home. Then the next one I've gone, why have I got a traffic cone in the garden? Yeah.
I love that journey for you.
Well, I can tell you as an American, I'm very happy that they're just throwing the cones on them and not tearing them down to delete them from history forever.
Yes.
Just throw a cone on it.
Like,
I like that.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely it's much better than tearing them down and pushing them into the rivers, just so you don't have to just pretend it never happened.
Oh, well, it is history. Who cares?
I really do miss that
Yeah,
statue
which
of
is
Saddam
pretty
Hussein.
But it's
was a
fine
CIA
because you won't
angel.
get those, lunatics over there, because it seems that all of those people don't tend to support our national team anyway, and they don't seem to watch football or take part in sporting events because they're too busy at the weekends when sporting events are happening, marching in London, telling people, well, false news, going, we should stop caring about our country and care about other things. So they're too busy to, so you've got the normal people.
But also you've got a great line of defence at your airports, which tend to throw everybody out who just doesn't quite fit in, which is great. If you're looking bad, you're not going to be let in. And I think it's pretty strict anybody trying to get in.
Brightly
my daughter
coloured
went
hair,
to
nose ring.
Yeah,
they're usually
my daughter
the
went to the States. My daughter went to the States last year for a few weeks, and she met these girls who were because one of them had a PS5 with her. They thought that she wasn't going to come back, and they kept him in custody for like 48 hours before sending him back to the UK. And that was kind of weird, just because they were carrying a PS5.
That's
They weren't allowed
No,
into the
thank
States.
God.
They were deported.
What, she came over here to game? Get her out of here.
No,
She's
well,
supposed
she
to
came
spend
over
money.
to live to be with friends for 6 weeks. But she said that they did body cavity searches and everything because she had a PS5.
Hell yeah.
Said it was the worst time of her life.
Was she hot?
And it's like, yeah, apparently, yeah.
This body
That's-
cavity
TSA's freaky, man.
TSA,
Yeah.
TOS.
Anyway, we've been Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast. We've had a lot of fun here today. A successful live show, Jeremy. Thank you, Boo Foons, for joining us today. We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Thank you for having us
Thank you
here.
for
It's been
having
great.
us.
We got some
Yep.
chats down there, Mike.
Yes,
Read that.
Mr. Horsenberger. Nobody wants conditioner in the hole or needs.
Well,
Yeah.
it might be skin
Nobody needs
sensitive.
it, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know who. Somebody did say don't get conditioner in the hole. I'm not sure why anybody would want conditioner in the hole. What do you think, Dan?
Well, in today's episode of Boo Foons Off the Case, you did ask everybody to give them your opinion on, give you their opinion of whether the chili on your private areas, whether it's a good feeling or a bad feeling, followed up with the having the the sauce, the mint shampoo, whether that tingle on your privates is a good tingle or a bad tingle, so that if it's somebody that's listened to today's episode of the podcast, they're informing you, Steve, what you have asked for is getting chili on your willy. Is that a good feeling or a bad feeling?
Or it was because the Cartridge and Quest guys had commented, "Don't get conditioner in the hole." Oh, that's probably because they also said, "Hey, I heard of Boo Foons."
I actually,
probably.
I actually prefer to tickle
nice.
by tingle down there
Yeah.
when it gets.
What, mint or with chili? Which is the best one?
I like menthol. I like the minty.
Menthol, yeah.
Yes.
Get it off my wiener. Get it off. Get it
I
out of
want it
here.
all
Don't you
over-
come close
well-
to my wiener with that.
We don't have to bring it up again, but I have protection. Is another thing. If you have protection,
Natural
Mike.
protection.
I got natural protection.
You have natural skin flap.
I was never visited by a garmoil. I have natural protection
I
against
see.
mint.
Yeah, you have
Yep.
you have a
Yes.
shield.
I have a sheath.
Yeah.
One keeps the
That's
sword in a
evolution.
sheath.
That's why it's there.
Anyway, we've had a lot of fun here today.
Also, the invaders to the UK, cheers, also have sheaths.
Not many.
Okay.
Only for the daggers. They
with
don't.
the-
Around their necks.
Christianity is the only of the three Abrahamic religions that doesn't just chop it off when you're a baby.
Yeah, they have respect for baby rights. Mike, do you like baby rights?
Don't tattoo your babies. You heard it here. Don't give babies
If there's any
tattoos.
that's it. Any positive messages of the day? Don't touch babies. No.
Don't even look at them.
Don't give him shellfish.
Yep. No tattoos.
Don't give him shellfish.
Definitely don't give them honey because of botulism.
Meat and dairy.
Botulism.
Peanut butter.
Word of the day. Botulism.
Botulism. All right. Well, hey, everybody, if you're still watching, make sure you check out Monday's episode. We are stealing the Overdue podcast.
We returned a book.
That's right.
I take it that episode has been long overdue for filming.
But
Hold on,
Cut him
I
out.
got something for that, Mike.
yeah. Well deserved, Dan. All right.
Wait, I got another one.
Yeah.
That's the sound of a lorry.
A 2008 lorry.
We still can't hear that.
Oh, they can't hear it.
Oh, they can't hear the
I
board?
couldn't hear a thing.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
The only sound effect we've heard is when you changed Michael's voice earlier to make him into Michelle.
Oh.
What, like this?
I want you to get your sticky little fingers all over me with that cool gel.
Hey, robot.
Yeah, that's stupid. So they can't answer the Arnold question and stuff again?
No.
I want to do that.
No, you can't. No, they've already answered.
Which question?
Who's better, Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone? You guys answered that, right?
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah. You can't do it again.
Yeah, but how do you feel now?
It's got to be Stallone.
Yeah, Sly.
Maybe we should.
Ask you.
That
And I
doesn't
did what I had
count.
to do to win, but somebody wouldn't let us win.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, that's
You hear this
Oh.
one?
Who are they to protest me, huh? Who are they? Unless they've been me and been there and know what the hell they're yelling about.
Oh, I love that film.
That's the best.
Anyway,
Hey, you know how Mike is feeling right now?
we still have a skit to do.
This is how Mike is feeling right now.
Damn it.
All right.
He looks at. Yep.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to our live stream, and we will hit you up in 2 weeks for another live stream after the heist. Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast. Check us out.
You guys rule. Thank you for being with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
You guys have become one. Okay.
Oh no, I don't want that.
It was a horrible monster is what that was.
And to all
It's the most-
epileptic viewers, press your buttons now.
All right.
It's the most polite monster I've ever seen. Mike, oh no. They're overcoming me with kindness.
Okay. All right, everybody. I love you. Goodbye. Jeremy, I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
Give me it.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
All right. Bye, guys. Love you.